podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
I wake up feeling like Mayweather. They calling me a prospect, but I know I'm way better. I'm moving up, man, I'm too big for you featherweights. In and out the ring, niggas violate, we demonstrate. The city full of them bright lights. I'm always ready on fight night. Speed bagging and pad work, running miles to my calf hurt. They asked about the place that I grew up. Shit get ejected, man, I'm fresh out the sewer. Swinging like Wilder, split your medulla. Had to make something out of manure. Niggas high ballin', way out the budget. Can't get a fight, competition keep ducking. Forcing me to move up and wait. Put me in the ring with the champ, knock him out, it ain't nothing. We used to get our food with them stamps. Out here running miles when I cramp. I'm working hard, put that on guard. I live my life like a champ, yeah. Every fight that I'm in, we win, we pop bottles. Feeling like Mike in his prime, shout out, Custer the motto. I'm locked in, way more focused than last year. Half the sprints, we spawn life, 15 rounds, no headgear. Holly Chef on my toes tap, Shannon Briggs, let's go champ. Glass jaw, stiff jab, knock you down on the flow mat. My arms bigger than Bo Mac, I'm a champion and that's no cap. Name a fighter that's even close, niggas have to give me a throwback. Jack Johnson, Sugar Ray, the greatest Ali in his prime. Marvin Hagler, Larry Holmes, like Larry Holmes. We grew up eating scraps, now all we fight for straps. Got my mama out the trap, shit, I live my life like a champ, yeah.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank God it's Friday. We are back, and we got a jam-packed morning edition for you. Not only do we have Jeff Mayweather like we promised yesterday evening, but we also are going to have Brian Custer live on the show in a few minutes or seconds to discuss his phenomenal interview with Terence Crawford and all the news that was just the conversation, the discussion in general was something that our own community was telling us we needed to pay attention to. So we took the time, and man, did Terence and Custer have a great conversation. And obviously, you know, we wanted to get Brian on because he got such a fantastic interview, and he just jumped on perfect timing. Brian Custer in the Last Stand podcast. Man, you're really knocking it out the park. This one with Terence Crawford, it's what we all wanted. Honestly, the answers that we were looking for, we got. While I wasn't happy with everything, we did get the answers we want. I know he made his Bud Tender fandom very upset, continuously saying that he still wants to fight Keith one-time Thurman, continuously putting Keith up there with the top of the welterweights. That has his fandom upset because they want to throw away Keith. They want to act like Keith lost to Pacquiao and he's done forever. But yeah. I mean, the PBC news and the possibilities and him putting the pressure on Top Rank. I really like how you set that up. But good morning, Brian. You just jumped on. How are you? And thank you, obviously, for coming on the program and talking some boxing with us, specifically that interview of yours.
Well, I appreciate it. Always good to be on The Voice. And, it was good that, Bud is for somebody who really didn't know Bud until I started doing this and talking to him, I like that he's comfortable and shares his real feelings. And I was kind of like with you all. I was really surprised when I heard Bob Arum say that he could see Bud leaving for the PBC. So I kind of wanted to hear his feelings on it. And, he was, pretty much open and honest about, I think there's a possibility that, I could go over to the PBC because I think he realizes if he wants those fights, he's probably going to have to switch.
Now, I know. Hey, what's going on, Brian? I know that as an interviewer, you're amazing. I'm sure you were prepared for anything. But did that answer catch you off guard a bit? I mean, you asked the question, and honestly, I thought, here comes the same answer we've heard, a dozen times. And it wasn't at all. Did you have to pivot at all, or did you? I mean, what did you expect? I mean, did you expect that?
No, I kind of just wanted to hear his response from hearing what Arum had said when he went on the barbershop. And so I kind of just wanted to hear what he was going to say and was going to really, in my mind, I wanted to hear his answer. And then I was going to press him on, could he see himself going over to the PBC? That was going to be my next question. But when he said, basically, I mean, it's all business. And I think he's gotten to the point where, I think he knows, and as he said in the interview, that his legacy is already there. I mean, what he's accomplished speaks for itself. But I think if he wants those great fights, like, he admires the Haglers, the Hearns, they all fought each other. And he realizes if I'm going to get those fights, I probably need to be on the same side of the street as those guys, because it's not going to happen as long as I'm on Top Rank. It's just not. And so even Pacquiao, I mean, he even realized that, he thought that both of them were at Top Rank, but yet the fight never happened. Why? Because I think at the time, Bob, those were his two top guys. Why would he want his two top guys fighting each other? So he realized if he's going to get those kind of mega fights, that he's probably got to go across the street.
How you doing? Real quick, for clarity, that was the Last Stand podcast with Brian Custer. You can go on YouTube right now and see the interview in full. Not just the Terence Crawford, a bunch of them. Brian, you've been killing it, bro. Killing it.
I will tell you this. The next one we're dropping is Deontay Wilder. So we did Deontay.
I saw the snippet.
Oh my gosh! And that, let me tell you something. If Ness and you guys, if y'all think Bud was good, Deontay, Deontay has his feelings on what happened, and you're not going to change his mind. And I tried to ask him everything from Mark to JD's to the gloves to everything, and I think people are going to be talking about that one too.
How you doing, Mr. Custer?
So you asked about JD's. Oh, I'm very interested to know, like, what. I mean, I don't want you to leak it, but I'm interested to know the context of the question on JD's, because people are definitely looking at it like, damn, you got rid of the boxing mind instead of getting rid of the dude that doesn't have the experience. Let him stay, being half manager with Shelly and bring in another boxer coach to help Breland, but he did the opposite. So, yeah, that's interesting.
So, what I'll tell you about the Deontay, and again, we'll drop it on Tuesday. And by the way, we need about 3,000 more subscribers to get to 10K. So that's what we're fighting. We need people to subscribe. Make sure they subscribe. We need about 3,000 more, and I think about 80,000 are probably watching this right now on the Boxing Voice.
We'll put the call to action in. We're gonna
definitely
get you there.
We've been definitely reminding them of the Last Stand for every day consistently, and it all makes sense now with this interview, man. It came full circle. I will bring you. Well, Francis, I don't want to take your shine. You was trying to get in. Go for it.
Yeah, please. How you doing, Mr. Custer? This is Francis. I've been talking to you back and forth. Thank you very much for your continued support. And I also want to be one of them to give you your flowers while you can still smell them. I mean, you're absolutely amazing at what you do as a commentator. I've been watching you for years. And then transitioning over into the podcasting world, you haven't dropped off at all. You've literally picked up from your broadcasting straight into podcasting. I think it's absolutely amazing. I want to give you your flowers. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The interviews that you're pulling off, I mean,
amazing. For
the numbers that you have, but the interviews is crazy. Like, you killing it right now in terms of like the interviews and the content that you're producing is amazing. I find it amazing that you're able to get to a personal level with a lot of these fighters and allow them to open up.
Yep.
What does that say about you as a person, that they trust you enough to give you what you asked for, pretty much?
Well, I will say this: when I started this back during the pandemic, I did it because from broadcasting and obviously having relationships with guys, we'd have talks all the time, and I would always say to myself, man, I really wish I could get this on tape. If people heard some of the conversations I've had with people, man, they would probably have a different opinion about this guy. Because, when we get on, let's say on Showtime, if I have a guest, I got maybe 2 minutes tops to interview that guy. And so it's got to be all business. But a lot of times we're up there, we're shooting the stuff before we come on. And I'm sitting here thinking, man, if we could only get this stuff out to the public, this would be really something. And so that was the main reason why I did it. And listen, I would tell the same thing. If I had Ness on, if I had Mario on, if I have you on, French, same thing. I would call you, say, hey, I want you to come on. Listen, I want you to be yourself, and I'm going to ask you some questions. Hey, look, some questions may be difficult, but I'm giving you the heads up front that I think it's important that people understand this, or they're going to want to know this, and they know that going in. So there are no surprises there. And, I think they kind of let their guard down, and we have a good flowing conversation. And I think when someone's comfortable with you, they're more willing to tell you their true feelings. And that's what I try to elicit out of all of my guests. Give me your true feelings.
I think they just respect you too. You have a broadcaster background. They know you're a commentator. They know you're with Showtime, and that hard question that they would have probably took as offensive from another interviewer, they look at it like Brian is just doing his job. I mean, because
when you ask him the Brook question,
exactly. Let me say it specific, because we could be on two different parts of the interview. Because what I was going to, when you said, what do you think about what Earl said specifically about Brook being damaged goods? You know, that to me was like a question that if someone else, not Brian Custer, would have said, he was like, man, you don't know nothing about boxing. Kind of give you the Charlo, energy, or just ignore you, not answer your question. Look at what Angel did to a dude on Zoom in a press conference. It's like, you're an idiot, you're a moron. I'm sure that guy felt horrible. So, you got him to really answer it. Not that I like the answer. I think that the answer was, I don't even get the answer. Like, how is he going to say, well, he can't say that because he fought Kell Brook off of a loss to Gennady? Yeah, absolutely. That part is correct. But the context is he gave him the second loss, which also did equal damage because he broke the other side of the face. And since then, Brook has never been on that level. So to even insinuate that somehow, oh, you beat him, so if I beat him, he made it seem like, oh, I gave him 3 fights to heal. I'm like, wow, But I get it, man. I really got a different outlook of Bud in this interview. I love the pandemic answers and the fact that, because that's how I felt, like pandemic schmemic. I didn't feel anything. I'm always home. So, him saying the same thing and saying that, he's fishing, it doesn't affect him. That was cool. It was a really good interview, man. I hope people take the time out. I mean, look, the numbers, like Francis said, when I last checked it was like 895 just likes. You only had 22 dislikes. I'm like, damn, the love is strong with B. Cuss over here. Yeah. But it was really good, man. Really, really good.
Yeah. And just to finish with Deontay. So we're gonna start shooting some of that stuff out today. So, one of the questions, again, I asked him, you don't really believe Mark spiked your water. That was one of the questions. And then the other question I asked him, I said, listen, why not have the same venom for JD's that you had for Mark Breland? If you fired Mark Breland, why did you not fire JD's when this was the man who was in the room? Yes. His job was to watch him get his hands wrapped.
Oh my God, I can't believe you asked him that.
Why did you not fire him? And
that's why Brian's good.
He gave, listen, it's only an answer that Deontay can give, but he did give his answer, and his side of it was, and I'll give you part of it. Part of it was he said, I'm a guy, I'm a warrior. I'm a guy who say I live by the sword, I die by the sword. And Jay didn't throw in the towel. He was not the guy who threw in. Mark was the guy who threw in the towel. And I've told these guys, don't ever throw in the towel on me. And so that was part of his answer for why he didn't fire JD's and why he fired Mark Breland.
Man, I hope you ask why he ain't go with George. I want to know why he ain't go with Big George Foreman, man.
And we now I will say this. I'll give you a little bit more. I know. What are you doing? You can't. Asked him about trainers, and I said, listen, there have been a number of guys. George Foreman has said he wanted to train you. Derek James, I had that conversation with Errol, and he said, "Yeah, I would love to work with Deontay Wilder."
Yeah, he did.
And Floyd Mayweather has come out and said, and he said, "Listen," he talks about how he's had a number of conversations with George Foreman about how they train, things of that nature. He says he likes Derek James, he likes what he does, but he says he does not like Floyd Mayweather. And he gives specific reasons why he doesn't like Floyd Mayweather and why he doesn't believe Floyd was sincere when he said he wanted
bygones, man.
And now you guys got to go check that out on Last Stand Podcast. Go ahead and check that out.
You gotta let bygones be bygones for the greater good, man. But that's what I said. I said he's so rich, is no need.
He went on for a while and detailed his anger for Floyd.
Yo, but this is what I said, man, and I would have loved to just tell him this, like, isn't this a different Floyd, Brian? And when you get the opportunity to do a part 2, isn't this a different Floyd after Roger? Isn't what Floyd said Roger told him bedside? Doesn't that change him? Haven't we seen a different version of Floyd? Hasn't he been given his time is expensive. His time, no one makes more money than Floyd in the ring per minute down to the second, and he's out here giving 17, 18-year-olds, 5-0 pros, amateurs, champions, his time in the gym. He's different. And if we can't allow ourselves to understand that we have to sometimes put the past in the past to move forward, that's a problem. Like, you can't think that Floyd is the same guy after Roger passed. Roger told him, give that knowledge out, man. Don't let that die with me. And Floyd has been out there. Look at what he did for Gervonta. Everybody thought he was going to miss weight. He looked the best ever because he stood by Floyd's side. So I don't know, man.
A lot of fighters he's out there working with, man. A lot of young fighters. And I love it, man, because I'm a big Floyd fan. I watch Floyd, and I could see the change in him because I watch him so closely. And that hurt him when Rogers passed, but he knew that he needed to take it up and carry it on. His dad did it. His uncle. It's only right for him, and he loves it. That's the whole thing. Floyd loves the gym. So it was only right for him to just be in there and, and help the young fighters. So I think if Deontay really take a step back and really have another look at Floyd, they might be able to man-to-man, yell it out, talk it out. I don't care what it is, but that's something that should happen.
Right. And I will say this, Ness and Francis and Rio, that, listen, you'll see this. Deontay he's adamant about his feelings, and it would be easy for someone to try. And there are a number of times where I tried to, jump in and say, and he's going to cut you off. No, I'm going to tell you this, and this. And, I learned a long time ago that, I'm not going to discount someone's feelings. I did that when I first got married to my wife. We've always been married. We've been married almost 20 years now.
Congratulations.
I said, why would you say that? There's no reason for you to feel that way. And that was one of the worst mistakes I've ever done. And so if I give you any marriage advice, never discount someone's feelings because that's their feelings. And you can't get into their body and into their mind and discount their feelings. So as Deontay gives his reasons for a number of questions that I have for him, it wasn't I felt as if even though I wanted to say, Deontay, this sounds out there, but if that's his feelings, those are his feelings. Right. I felt like, okay, this is his platform to get it out. Okay, get it out then. But that's you'll see.
Fair. Listen, that's fair. But let me ask you, from you sitting in in the seat and you being there with him, and I mean not with him, but you know what I mean. Did you get any sense like and I know this might be kind of weird to ask, but did you get any sense that, you know what, maybe he's still reeling a bit? Maybe everything is still fresh. Maybe there's a point where he'll at some point where he'll come and he'll say, you know what, maybe Breland saved my life that night. Or not maybe saved my life, but maybe he extended my career. Like, do you think that this is something that we're getting that still reactionary from him?
Rio, I love it. Let me tell you something. You turned it into a really good broadcaster / journalist here, because towards the end, and we went almost an hour. Towards the end of it, I said, is this a case where you just can't simply get over the loss? Is basically the question I asked him. Now again, he went back to his feelings, and he went on and on and on and on. I think, but the genesis of his answer was, no, that's not the case. I could accept the loss if someone beat me, but I believe I got cheated, and thus the reason why I'm saying everything that I'm saying.
Awesome.
That's the one that probably takes you over the top. Everybody's gonna be ready for that one to drop, man.
Falling right there, man.
Yeah, and we did Teofimo too, which you guys have already done as well, and he was a great. And it goes to your point too, Ness, because I'd never met Teofimo, and he just, I was pleasantly surprised when he came on. He said, "Man, I wanted to do this. I've been seeing these, and I wanted to meet you, and I wanted to come on and do this interview." And he was a really nice kid. I thoroughly enjoyed that conversation.
Hey, Mr. Custer, I got two questions to ask you if you don't mind answering real quick. One of them being, just your take on, I'm not sure if you checked out Relentless with Andre Ward and Terence Crawford. They had a little sit down, and they were able to reveal a lot of things, right? And out of that,
not more than you though.
Yeah.
No, and ESPN talking, and they had a sit down with all their panelists and whatnot, and everybody had their feelings towards the opponent being Kell Brook and Terence Crawford, and some feelings were a little bit stronger than some in most people's opinion. How do you feel as a broadcaster, as an analyst in that position? How do you walk the line but without being biased?
Yeah. So I think, for us, and when I say us, I mean Showtime. When we have our production meetings, we always talk about both sides. And I think that it's very important. Like, let's say Gervonta, since that was the fight we just did. Look, we understand this is this and this and this and this, but you know what? Leo Santa Cruz is there. Leo Santa Cruz is a champion. He's a multi-division champion. As you talk about, we got to give him his roses too. And you never know what can happen in a fight. It is a fight, and any punch can take you out. And so we just make sure that whenever we're doing a broadcast, that we talk about the other fighter just as much as we talk about the A side. And a great example of that is when we did we had to fight Mohegan Sun and Sergey Lipinets against Castillo Clayton.
Yeah,
we talked about Clayton, and people were like, "You should have seen some of the response I got on social media during the fight. Like, you guys are talking about this guy. Lipinets is gonna walk through this guy, and look what Clayton did." I'll be honest. I'm not a judge. I thought he won the fight.
He won the fight. Brian. Everybody knows he won the fight. I
thought he won the fight. And people were sending me things like, "What are you guys talking about? Who is this guy? And who da-da-da-da?" Again, you've got to talk about both fighters because you never know. It's a fight. And if this guy has gotten there, a lot of times you don't know what they've gone through to get to that point. And so that's what we try to do. We try to be balanced. Not everybody does it. But that's one of the things that I will give Steven Espinoza and David Dinkins, who are our bosses over there. They will say, we better talk about both guys, because you never know. Even though this guy may be the headliner, you never know what's going to happen in this fight. And you better give credit to this other guy as well.
I love that. I love the way you put that. And it's tough, and I appreciate that y'all do that. Speaking of, what do you get, I guess, just talking with Crawford and your own analysis too for tomorrow night's fights. what do you expect to see? I mean, there's people that are saying Brook looks like he's in fabulous shape. They've been saying he looks really great. It feels more of like a fight week than I thought it would, or a big time fight week than I thought it would. But what do you expect?
Really? This guy be capping. B Custer, tell me the truth. Does it feel like a Terence Crawford?
It feels bigger than I thought it would, is what I'm saying.
Does it feel like a Terence Crawford pound for pound fight week?
Listen, now.
You guys are putting Brian in a tough position. Come
No.
on.
I will say this. Here's a crazy thing. I will say this. I'm on football duty, so I'm in Nebraska right now, and got Nebraska Penn State game tomorrow. So
nice.
for the most part of the week, I've been in football duty. I've been looking at film and all that kind of stuff. So it's hard for me to say.
Wait a minute. Aren't you in his home state and you telling me you don't feel? I'm done. I'm done.
Nebraska, come on.
Yes,
that's a huge
I did send him I did send him a DM and say, yo, I'm in your hood here in Nebraska. But again, you get here, all you see is Nebraska football. You know what I mean? That's all they're worried about here. Besides it being cold, is I don't know, all get out. So I couldn't tell you if it had that feel because I haven't been watching to get, you know what I mean? And so I don't, and plus I'm not with ESPN. I don't have a vested interest in it. Now, I will watch it. Now, trust me, after the game, I will be back here in my hotel room and I'll peep it out. But I couldn't tell you if it has that kind of feel because I've been on football duty for most of this week.
Got you. That's fair.
That's my Deontay answer. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Hey, Brian, I'm gonna slip in here and ask you real quick. Thank you again for being a sponsor for our Border Wars event. When you get a chance, we'll check it out on YouTube. Have you checked out the trailer I sent you?
I saw that. Yeah, I was gonna say I saw the clip, and for me, man, it is. We're just getting started. We're like 5% of what the Boxing Voice is. I mean, we can't even go live.
Whatever. You guys are huge, man.
Right,
Nah.
You're the best guy ever.
Listen, I think what's your tagline, Brian? Like the biggest names and give us the tagline because it really.
Yeah. So we really like say the Last Stand podcast with Brian Custer. We give you the unfiltered, straight talk with the biggest names in sports and entertainment.
And they are the biggest names, man. You even had Ice Cube on there, man. Like
we had Ice Cube. We had LL Cool J.
You playing no games when it comes to that seat.
Rosie Perez, which I love.
That's a great interview, man.
I love Rosie Perez. And, listen, when you hear her talk about her story and being abused by her mother, sexually abused by her brother, I was like, I wanted to cry, bro, as she was talking about that. And just for her to feel comfortable to talk about all of that.
No, that's resonated.
There's something
with so
special
many
about
people.
you, Brian. There's something special about you. I think now doing this podcast, you're gonna realize you probably never realized before. There's something really special about you because people gravitate to you, and not only do they gravitate to you, they feel safe around you to be able to entrust information. They know you're not going to, one, step all over, and two, give it to everybody.
Yeah. And I'll tell you this, but I haven't told anybody this too about even with Rosie. Rosie felt so comfortable. She even talked to me about why she left The View. And she's always held, it's great. The View was great for me. But there was a real story about why she left The View. And, she felt so comfortable to tell it. And it would have been like, wow. But, after a while, they called me back and was like, oh, my God, I can't believe I told you that. Is it possible you could take that out? Because if that gets out, I was like, and we did that. And that's kind of what we do. Like I always say, this isn't 60 minutes. I'm not trying to, upset anyone. And I understand she has an NDA with The View when she left there. So the last thing I wanted to do was have her violate that. So we took it out. We do those kind of things because we want to make sure that our guests feel comfortable and that, they want to come back. You know what I mean?
Want them to love the interview the way that the listeners love the interview. You know what I mean? Like that's the best part is when somebody hits you back like, yo, I'm getting great feedback, and you know what I mean? So I understand that completely. But that interview resonated with everyone. I mean, I had boxing people on my timeline with snippets. I had people that I don't even think have ever watched boxing on my timeline, with snippets from it. And so
Yeah, I love that. And just to say this, Ness, the only reason why, obviously the main reason why I said I wanted to support was, listen, as I told you, I started this on my own. I pumped my own money into, the marketing, into getting it out and doing all of that. And listen, we're certainly nowhere near where you guys are. And hopefully one day, if God blesses us, we get to that point. But I just felt like it was important, even in my own little way, to say, I respect what you guys do. You guys are good for the sport. That's the main thing. You brothers are good for the support, and we have to support one another, because if we don't, then, how do we continue on? So that's the main reason why I wanted to just give just say, hey, look, here's whatever. Just here you go.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing what you're doing because you guys are good for the sport.
We appreciate it. Brian, I want to ask you a quick 3-4 quick questions just for fun. I like to ask all the interviewees. So here we go. First question. If you were a superhero and you would have a superhero power, what would that be?
Wow. What is that? What does the Superman have? Was it the X-ray vision where you can see
X-ray
through things?
vision, yeah.
That would be my superpower.
That's a dope one. People don't usually say that one.
Yeah, that would be my superpower.
All right. The second question I want to ask you is, what is your pregame and post-game meals?
Wow, pregame. When it depends.
Pre-fight, post-fight.
It depends. If it's what I'm doing now, football or basketball, I gotta have popcorn. I gotta have popcorn and Dr. Pepper. I don't know where that's what pumps me up for the game is popcorn and Dr. Pepper. For football or basketball. For boxing is the only thing I tell the stage manager is, I just gotta have a bag of Skittles. If you got a bag of Skittles that I can eat in between fights, I'm good, bro. I'm mad good. So for boxing, it's Skittles. For football, basketball, I gotta have some fresh popcorn and a Dr. Pepper, and I'm good.
Okay, my next follow-up question is 2. 1, what is your pregame music? What do you like to listen to, either to calm you down or to pump you up? And give me your top 3 movies of all time.
Wow. Pregame music will probably more likely be Drake. Zero fact that I just love the line, if I'm not the greatest, then I'm headed for it. Hey. So that's like my line when it comes to my job. That's the way I feel about it. Greatest movies, without question, Come to America is right there at the top. Come to America, that's at the top. And all the other ones, there's been so many great movies. Coming to America. I'm a comedy guy. I'm trying to think of it. I know the third one would probably be Animal House. That would probably be the third one. Number 2, maybe Glory. I think Glory may be number 2, but definitely Coming to America, number 1.
Again, thank you very much from me. That's all the questions I have. I really appreciate everything you do. And as a broadcaster myself, I watch you from afar, like Stuart Scott, rest in peace. And I really appreciate you as a brother. You really push me on to do what I do. Thank you.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man.
Brian, we got some super chats here. Matt Bent 100, who's a faithful listener of ours, says, thank you for sponsoring TBV, my other favorite podcast, with yours, Brian. Then,
I appreciate that.
Then we have Big Supermex in Plainview, Texas, that says Brian Custer is legitimately in Nebraska, and he just confirmed what we already knew. Bud can't sell out a cornfield.
That's cold, man. Come on, man. He sold out the arena here, didn't he? Here in Lincoln.
That's a really big Earl Spence fan.
Yeah,
so,
no, the rest of the message explains it. He says the real 147-pound king back in 3 weeks. So obviously Earl Spence is scheduled to fight December 5th, for those that don't know and couldn't put it together. Right. Ohio Runs Boxing is back, and Marcus says Brian is special because he's from Ohio, with 3 fist emojis.
Ohio, Buckeye, born and bred to the day I die.
Oh, wow. Dang, I didn't even know you were from Ohio. Marcus not only but he definitely lifts up everyone from Ohio all the time.
He's our Ohio amateur plug. Like he lets
I
us
love
know
it.
all the best amateurs.
Absolutely.
I love it. Columbus, Ohio, stand up.
Yeah, he put me on heavyweight Ronnie Hines and even Albert Bell, a bunch of guys early on. But yeah, man, those are all our questions, Brian. Man, I do want to thank you. I know you got to get to your production meeting, but we do appreciate you stopping by and appreciate you continuing to give us content because believe it or not, like whenever these interviews are the way that they are, it's our morning show. It's our discussion to discuss what happened on your show.
To the point, people are like hit us up and like, did you see it?
One.
Did you see the show? You got to do this one. Okay, you could do this one. And they'll send me clips like this is what I want to show them. I'm like, all right.
No, yesterday for sure, from Denver, Colorado, Stone Bone said, you guys need to be talking about what Crawford said on Brian Custer about possibly going to PBC. And I'm like, let me wake up early and check this out.
Yeah, come on. That's what's wrong with you, man. You should have been up on that.
I know. Listen, I'm playing catch up. Is that you're releasing a lot? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm playing catch up.
Here, look. I'll even give you more tidbit. I got a call and it was like, why do I have all of these missed messages from Sean Porter? And so I hit him up, and he was like, "Cuz, I gotta come on your podcast. People are getting at me, man, about the aerospace stuff. I gotta come on, bro, guys." So we're gonna try to get him on, later.
Big fish.
Look at that.
That's it. You're the Joe Rogan.
That's it. It's over. They calling you.
That's what happened with Joe Rogan. He had Bernie Sanders on, and then everybody started calling him. I want to be on. I want to be on. The whole Democratic ticket want to be on. That's what's happening.
Call him Big Fish.
That's when you know you made it when they're calling you
to be on.
Yeah,
he's Big Fish, man. That's all it is.
Yeah. So look, I need 3,000 more folks, man. 3,000 more folks.
Let's get Brian to that 3,000 subs more, man. Milestone would be the first 10, right?
Yeah, be the first 10, man. That and on social media too. At B Custer TV on Instagram and Twitter. At B Custer TV.
Where can I get one of those fly hoodies you were wearing?
Hey, I just got them in, so now we just got those in, so I got the hoodie. Matter of fact, now send me your address again, and I'll make sure and get you guys some stuff.
All right. Wi-Fi them.
So that's when we're gonna drop the merch sometime next week.
All right, we got a few more questions for you. We got Miko who says, ask him what he thinks about the evidence seen on Fury's gloves.
Yeah, and again, see, I never want to weigh in on that, only for the simple fact because I work in this business and I know that we can manipulate video. And so, listen, I do understand that Fury flicks his jab. I understand that. But I also understand, too, that there are a number of people who will manipulate video. So that's why I haven't, and I don't think it's for me to decide. Who cares what Brian Custer thinks? It's more about Deontay. It's more about that commission. So that's why I haven't weighed in on that.
So have you reached out to Fury?
I've tried to. I tried to go through Frank Warren, and I just haven't heard back. But that I've been trying to nail him down to come on. And if there's somebody who has a better inside track on Frank Warren, because we sent the invite to him, but he has not gotten back with us yet.
Yeah, maybe.
Real
through Bob.
Real quick, Carlito. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Ness.
No, I was gonna say maybe through Bob, right? Because Bob would recognize your American reach.
Right. Right.
It's gotten beyond American at this point, but I get what you mean, though. That American exposure for sure. Carlitos, real quick, on the super chat says, "Love the work, Brian. Can't wait for the Wilder interview. All we need now is Big Al Haymon."
Oh my God! Listen to me.
If you the pressure on you now, see, that's what happens. You do good, and then they start wanting everything.
I don't know, man. If you get Al, I mean, that's it. You might be the god of interviewers, man. It's over.
Look, don't think I haven't tried. And I even went through his main assistant and said, I really need 5 minutes with Al.
Just five.
And they laughed. So
why do they always laugh? That's
they laugh, right? That's
they were like, "No, you're doing great stuff. We've seen some of the stuff, but that's not gonna happen right now."
Damn.
But I'm trying. Trust me, I'm trying. Don't think I'm not trying.
That sucks, because that one would have been wow. That would have been inspirational and motivational. Man, I've gotten to talk to him 3 times, and I always told myself when I met him, I had this whole sob story of how his interview with me would propel me to this level that he would only feel, so the guilt trip would be so big that he would give me the interview. And when I finally met him and I went through the whole guilt trip story that I played in my head hundreds of times, he still said no. But in a very nice way, like, right. We could talk, we can talk, and it just can't be on the record. And it was like, damn. So then I convinced myself, if I be persistent, if I can meet him again, he'll definitely say yeah. And bro, I met him 3 times, it never happened. But I'm still not holding out hope. I'm not gonna give up. One day.
The only thing Al always says to me is, every time I try to tell him, I said, let's just do 5 minutes about why you got in the box. And he'll just say, no, I'll tell you right now, there's no need for me to call on camera, Brian, because it's not about me. It's about my fighters. His brother was a fighter, and basically after fighting was desolate. And so that was one of the main reasons why he got into boxing, because he never wanted to see someone go through that again. And so he will always say that.
That's the story that needs to be documented, because that's kind of like the myth. Whenever anyone talks about Al's beginning, it's like, he had a brother that got done dirty, but no one knows exactly what happened. I don't even think anyone knows his brother's name. Like,
Right.
He does need to put that story out there, because it was a domino effect. Whatever happened to his family caused him to help all these dozens, if not hundreds, because at one point he had 200 fighters. So, it's definitely a story that needs to be told, man. Hopefully you get it, because you've been knocking everybody else. I mean, if you got Bud Crawford, Al Haymon is a piece of cake. Come on. You got that all day, man.
Yeah. Look, you got me gassed up. I'm gonna call his office again today. Be like, I'm feeling good. Can I get Al Haymon on right now?
I mean, look, you got the connect. Maybe if you started with like Sylvia and even Sam, starting with their story connecting to Al and how they. To me, all those stories are interesting. I mean, you just don't see what Al has done very often. He came in and really changed the game. He employed hundreds of African Americans and minorities. When people thought that he was just gonna only look out for black fighters, he signed dozens of Latinos. I mean, he just changed the pay grade all around. If you lived through the last 10 years, you'll know that because of Al, the pay grade changed. Like, at one point, people were mad that Berto was getting $1 million versus Freddie Hernandez on HBO, and now $1 million is like the normal for some of his guys. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So that is a story, man. That is the story of boxing, for real, to me, because we know Al. I mean, we know Bob and that he promoted Evel Knievel. Like, those are the things we need to know about Al.
Absolutely.
Go ahead and say that you worked with Beyonce, and I want to hear all that, because he's an interesting
I'm
man.
with you 100%. 100%. Yeah,
man.
I think we're all trying to get him to change his mind, but he's been steadfast in saying no. But I'm going to keep trying.
Man. I mean, I'm sure that you'll get it. Believe me.
The
way you're knocking them down, I'm sure you'll get it. But Brian Custer, you can't give out. I know I don't want to keep you. You got that production meeting. Give out any social media. Obviously, let them know where to find the Last Stand podcast with Brian Custer. And thank you again, man, for being a friend of the show and coming on and talking some boxing.
Appreciate it. Again, you can find it on YouTube. We need 3,000 more. Just hit subscribe. Last Stand Podcast with Brian Custer, or whether it's Google, iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, wherever you get your podcast, you can find it there. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter at BCusterTV and at Last Stand Podcast on Instagram, and we need 3,000 more of those too. So make sure you get on social media right now. hit follow, get on YouTube, hit subscribe, and let's do this thing and let's blow it up.
Let's do it.
Awesome.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much, Brian.
And remember to hit that subscribe button. A lot of you guys are lazy.
Yes.
You know, and you think just watching is enough support. You know,
Yeah.
go ahead and subscribe and hit the
Yeah.
notification bell so you get an email whenever he does drop a new episode or a snippet. Brian,
Yep.
thank you again. While you
Appreciate
subscribe,
that.
and don't forget to subscribe to us. We're trying to get to that 117,000. I think we need about 50 more people. So tell a friend to subscribe to both The Last Stand and TBV because we're rocking out every day. Brian, thanks again. Ladies and gentlemen,
Brian.
we are talking fight
My
week
pleasure.
with Crawford versus Brook. It's going down. Weigh-ins are at what time for today? What time are we getting these weigh-ins on Top Rank over here?
Man, I looked on ESPN's thing, and they had 4 different times that they had from the press release.
That's the truth teller, the weigh-in, man. How does Brook look before and after the weigh-in? That is the big truth teller.
I'm so dumb. I didn't even check ESPN Plus. You're right. You're right. That's gonna be the big one right there. And you've been on record. You said too, like I'm gonna wait, see how he looks, and that's what I'm saying. Like I'll wait. I'm not gonna say it anymore because I've already said it a million times. You know, all the big talk that we've gotten from press row, I guess we'll call it. But we'll see. People say it looks good. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, sorry about that, Francis. There's definitely no Jeff interview. He got locked out of his Skype, so we're just gonna reschedule. He wanted to call in, but what do you call this?
No, I feel you.
COVID has pushed the wave of video, and I really don't want to go backwards. You know what I mean? At this day and age, everyone should be able to have an application on their phone, and. So we're just gonna wait for him to reschedule. You know what I mean?
No problem.
But speaking of scheduling, let me see what we got on the calendar because I'm sure my guys didn't even check their notifications. But what do we got? What do we got? What do we got?
I saw my notifications for Jeff Mayweather.
Yeah,
Does that count?
That was today. But let me see here.
Listen. All I know is Brian Custer said I'm turning into a great journalist, so I'm done. I'm done for the day. It can't get any better than this.
Monday,
so I'll see y'all. Peace.
Monday at 9:30.
Ed Levine.
Rescheduled for the third time. Ed Levine.
Wait, Ed I
Levine.
thought we had Ed Levine on.
Nah, we rescheduled for the third time internally. Ed Levine.
Well, it was like September we were supposed to have him on.
Yeah. At 9:30 a.m. Monday, and then Tuesday we got Kashad Elliott, last getting a big win on his debut on Top Rank. I got to watch him spar Derevyanchenko, and right away I let you know that Charlo was gonna beat Derevyanchenko. So Kashad Elliott is on Tuesday, and then I think on Thursday, right? Is it Thursday? No. What do we got? Monday. At 4 o'clock, we got Machine Gun Garcia's Border Wars fighter. He's going to be taking on Chris Vega, and we're going to be doing Machine Guns Unguarded at 4 p.m. Monday for another episode of Border Wars Unguarded. We're going to go ahead and open up the phone lines. We're discussing Brian Custer's interview with Terence Crawford and Fight Week with Terence Crawford and, Kell Brook. But more specifically, obviously, Crawford and his discussion with Brian Custer about the possibility of going to PBC. I couldn't help but just pat myself on the back, man. Because it was like I knew once the Hooker deal was brokered by his manager, Bo Mack, my arms bigger than Bo Mack. Shout out to Justo Mathis. That it would soften things and allow clearer vision. Coming to the table on a small deal can always open the door for an even bigger deal, and that even bigger deal is Crawford, right? So it was like if Al was intelligent, like we all know he is, he gave him a nice deal for Maurice Hooker. Like, here. Same way he did Andy. Oh, you need 800,000?
So in your mind, it was like I don't want to say he used Hooker.
Let me finish.
Hooker's a great fighter.
No, but let me
go
finish.
Go ahead. You're right.
It's the same thing. Look at Andy. He invested 800, and Andy has become a possible pay-per-view star. Yeah. He's a possibility of a pay-per-view star with the right fighter in America. If we're back to normal next year, Areola Andy will do $225,000 in California on pay-per-view. Mark my words.
What?
Areola and Andy.
Pay-per-view.
Areola and Andy pay-per-view.
The least
250,000.
I said 225. 225.
Oh, 225.
Yes,
my bad.
yes.
I don't want to give you extra
think
25. You're going to need everybody you could get.
Think of, listen to me. Think of what? Wasn't it Baby Bull and Marquez? They did around.
Yeah, but that was different, though. Marquez had already shared the ring with Pacquiao. Marquez had already been part of.
Yes, and that's what Andy's done. He's already shared the ring with Andy.
With
AJ. He's already become the first ever. Like how quickly even the Mexican forgets that he became the first ever Mexican ever in the whole world to be a heavyweight.
You do that every time.
To be a heavyweight.
Listen to me. I'm not saying
that's a big deal.
Andy Ruiz is not a draw, and I'm not saying that he can't do a pay-per-view. I'm saying Chris Areola is too far of a B side to where he's like a C+ side, C- side that they couldn't do business with that. That's gonna be the fight. Listen, what they're gonna do, they're gonna prop that on free TV, right? And they're gonna give him somebody
37. Else. There's 37. Listen to me. Listen to me. There's 37 million primos and primas of yours, champ. They only need 225,000. They only need and I'm talking about in America. Registered.
No, listen. Maybe you're right.
And he made his whole Mexican tour when he won the heavyweight championship in the world. So they know who he is.
That was his problem. Is he made that Mexican tour?
Yeah.
Why was it?
But that ain't the problem no more. That ain't the problem no more. Reynoso's in the driver's seat now. Reynoso pulled him out his fight, and he got him only training. Go look at Andy now. Listen to me. Andy. Let's get back on track. Andy was an investment to Al, and it paid off. And all I'm saying, so is Hooker. So it is bait, line, and sinker. Let me give Hooker a deal and watch how I get that Crawford deal. In hopes that I get the Crawford deal. In hopes. Yep. I already got a lockdown on the welterweight division. If I get the last piece, it's a wrap. That's the last piece of the puzzle.
Hey, yo, fellas, do you think Crawford can be free agent like Canelo? Complete free agent? No broadcasting, no promoting, just do his own thing?
Listen, obviously he can. Obviously he can, and I can find multiple fights that each network would want to make.
Yeah.
A one-off with?
But But he's not Canelo, so why take that risk? Go get some guaranteed contract money. But I can see him getting a one-off with Earl. If he wins, there's a one-off with Mikey, whether that be back with PBC or Dazn. You know, there would be one-offs with the winner of Ramirez Postal back with Top Rank. Yeah. He could do whatever.
Listen, I hear you, but the issue here is that it's not like there's just complete difference in the scenario. With Canelo, there are guys spread out everywhere that he could fight that make good business. With Crawford, it would almost be it would almost feel like a mistake if he didn't just line himself with PBC because of all the fights that come after that. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you go into a Spence fight. Let's say he loses that fight. He could still be in a Thurman fight. An Ugas fight isn't bad. You know, a Pacquiao fight, if somehow that happened and manifested. But all those things only come with the fruition if he is attached to PBC. Like if Canelo's in the same situation, let's say that there was like a dog of super middleweights and middleweights, Puerto Rican, Mexican, you know, everybody that, you know, Top Rank had, right, that he could fight. I think he could maybe go to Top Rank just because it's like that's the secure place to be. But he's such a big draw that he doesn't have to do anything like that. With Crawford, all those fights are lined up with PBC, so it's just so different.
I hear that. I
mean, I would try to get a deal to be safe, you know. And you know, we didn't talk about it with Custer because I wanted to leave a little bit for us, but he was hypocritical. You know, he gave two different answers, and I hope I don't forget, right? Because obviously there was a dude when Custer went to the portion of the people. There was a dude that said, like, why, same thing we've been saying, like, why you ain't opening your eyes, realizing that all the greats before you left Top Rank? Bud's answer is telling. It's telling. He might not leave Top Rank. If you go to that portion of the interview where he answers the person's question, he says, I'm comfortable. I'm getting paid. I'm not greedy, he says. I don't need this big amount of money.
He also believes he left his stamp already. He thinks he's a Hall of Famer today.
That's what I'm saying.
Today.
So to him,
no, that's a fair
if
point.
Top Rank says, listen, bud, we can't get you the Earl fight, but we're going to go from 3.5 guaranteed to 5 million guaranteed no matter who you fight. Give us another 3 fights. He might say, yeah, guys. Because it's like he said, his explanation isn't delusional. His explanation is, when it's all said and done, I moved up all these divisions. Earl's only been fighting at 47. In order for him to do or match what I've done, he's got to go to 54 and even maybe 60. You know what I'm saying? These dudes are trying to compare themselves to me when I've been doing what they're doing for 3 divisions. So in his mind, he's done what he needs to do. You know, as a competitor, you can hear it in his voice. He wants those fights because he even says,
he does.
Yeah, he even goes on to say, like, I'll even fight Danny because we got a little something going on and people sleeping on Danny in this Earl fight. And you know what I mean? Like, it was a fantastic interview. I'm glad B. Custer is such a friend of ours that he was able to come on short notice like that. You know, I heard it like 7 in the morning. I hit him up right away like, bruh, if you can, before or after the Jeff interview would be great.
That would be such a oh man, it would leave such a bad taste in my mouth if he did go to PBC and had to run the Spence gauntlet. Like if he was forced in a situation where he had to fight Garcia first before he fought Spence, then had to fight Porter before he fought Spence. Like if he had to go through that gauntlet, that because that's gonna take a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? That's my only issue with it. Like I feel like, look,
why would they make him go through a gauntlet, dog?
I'm just saying. If he's lining up, if he's talking about Garcia fights and stuff like that, if he goes to PBC, we all know the fight we want. It's not rocket science. Like we know what we want. We'll take other fights.
He might not get it right away because if you're intelligent. If you're
absolutely
Al,
right.
You want to maximize. Right. So now you got this guy finally on your side of the street, on your network.
I agree.
You need to introduce him to your network and your side of the street. So
but we can't maybe a one fight. What he's done on ESPN though.
I'm not in no way.
I didn't say you are. I'm just making that point.
No, I hear you. I'm just saying that like. Maybe one fight before Earl just to build it up. Maybe
I would be okay with that. With that. And here's the thing. Like, we don't know what Bob had planned. We really don't. Like, did the pandemic put him in a situation like he was like, okay, well, we got the final year. I need to do something to keep Crawford. And then what happens? The pandemic happens. And now he's in a situation where he's got one foot in the frying pan. Like, Crawford said he's got a few months on that contract. Like, what can Bob get done in that time? So that's tough.
No, it's funny that everybody only heard that. Rewind it. Guarantee you, he says, I got a few months, maybe a year. Nobody heard that maybe a year. Go rewind it right now.
A year's, I mean, that's not that long, really.
Go rewind it right now.
Listen,
now. If he didn't say maybe a year, then he said, I got 3 months until next year, something like that. But definitely the word year is in there.
Bob owes him. The one thing I could see happening is Bob, trying to secure him a big time fight, and then trying to get him to re-up. You know what I'm saying? And that would be problematic.
I don't think that's gonna happen, but yeah.
I hope not.
The only way you get him to re-up to Top Rank, I mean, in my eyes, because we don't know what Terence would do. He's been re-ing up without any of this. He's been re-ing up without any of the stuff that we want, but it would be the Pacquiao fight. That's still top on his list. And I want you guys to understand that and witness that. You fickle, fake boxing fans, because it's like, oh, Thurman's a bum because he lost to Pacquiao, but your pound for pound number one, who you think is the best in the world, wants to fight Pacquiao first. He doesn't want to fight Earl. He wants Pacquiao. Then he'll fight Earl. Then he'll fight Thurman. And then he'll even fight Danny. He gave you his wish list. So let's just stop with the BS, man. You know what I mean? No. And
he doesn't want Sean. No Sean in there, huh?
It's the way, nah. But Sean's mad about that. That's why he's calling everybody. Listen, it's the way that you look at it, right? Like, you can't say that, oh, Ness, everybody you interview says how great Bud is. So you should listen and understand Bud is great. Cool. Take your own advice. Bud is great. And he's telling you Keith Thurman is great. If you didn't listen to that, then you got wax in your ears. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So let's just stop with the Keith Thurman hate. He wants Keith Thurman regardless of whatever thing you may think. And that's another thing I didn't like. It's like you got it. He's obviously got to break away from him, Francis. So this is the extent of the conversation. Yo, Francis, get me that Brian Custer sponsorship. And then I call you, yo, what happened with that Brian Custer sponsor? Yo, man, champ. He want to only give you X amount of dollars and wants you to fucking tattoo the podcast on your right shoulder. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And that's it. Now, if I really want that sponsorship, I'm supposed to be like, damn, tattoo, tell that dude he crazy as hell. We could give him X amount of dollars. Where's the counter? Where's the negotiation? Matter of fact, who was there? So you telling me Todd DeBuff?
Talk to me.
Todd DeBuff tells you, nah, they wanted $10 million. That's what it take to throw you off the trail, champ. That's all it take. That's all it take is for Todd to tell you he wanted $10 million. How do you know that's true?
That's what I'm saying. That's what the negotiation is all about.
And if it's true, because I'm not saying Todd's a liar.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying. But if it's true, where's the counter offer? I thought you said you wanted him more than Brook. So the minute Todd comes back and say, nah, yo, you ain't never getting that fight. They want 10.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what they said. They want 10. All right, sign me up for Brook. That's how easy it is to deal with you.
You couldn't say, nah, Keith, I give you 5, like 10.
Come
I give
on,
you
man.
7. Like,
So then here's the hypocritical part of the interview. He breaks down why he respects Kell Brook. He said Kell Brook ain't come in here thinking he can make what Khan made. He understood.
Wow.
Look, he said he understood it was a pandemic. So wait a minute. Wait a effing minute. 20 minutes before that with Brian Custer, you just said and reiterated on another show, because he was on Brian Custer before saying, I ain't taking no pay cut. You know what I'm saying? Then he went on Brian Custer again and reassured Brian that he ain't take no pay cut because of no pandemic, because his job title didn't change. He's still taking the same amount of risk. But 20 minutes later, he turned around and say, Kell Brook, I respect you for understanding that we in a different situation, and no, while I can't take a pay cut, motherfucker, you better take a pay cut.
You better take a pay cut.
So Kell Brook could take a pay cut, and you can negotiate with Kell Brook to get a pay cut, but you can't negotiate with Thurman to get a pay cut. Come on, man. Just stop.
That's all I've been saying for a long time, man. Somebody come and explain that to me.
Stop, man.
Like
stop,
bartenders,
man.
I want to hear what y'all got to say.
Stop,
honestly,
man.
It don't make no sense. Like, yo, negotiation's a negotiation. If I say, yo, Ness, you know what I'm saying, give me $50, you're like, nah, I'm going to give you 25. Like, we negotiate back and forth. I'm not going to say, yo, let me just take the next available offer. Like, that one, I'm not even going to. Like, you price yourself out. Like, you asking for too much. You're being greedy. So pretty much he's looking at Keith Thurman saying he's being greedy. And that's crazy to me to think that he's saying Keith Thurman's being greedy.
That's like this, right? So I've had dozens of co-hosts. Know what I'm saying? So somebody could come on here and be like, yo, I want to be your co-host. I need $10,000 per episode. If you that good, if you bring that type of a following, I should be trying to counter. I should be trying to find out what exactly you bringing. How is that going to convert to dollars? Is there a happy medium? Because you bringing something to the table. You bringing something to the table. You are literally on this show telling Brian you want to fight Thurman twice. And he ain't, let's be clear, he didn't mention no one's name twice but Thurman's. So the dude that you repeatedly want to fight, you can't just negotiate with?
You couldn't make a deal?
So I go back to my co-host thing. So now the co-host wants $10,000 per episode. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here. I got dozens of people hitting me up in my DM to be my co-host. I don't need you. And that's what Crawford did. Fuck out of here. What you mean 10 million? I don't need you. Oh, really? Oh, really? You don't need him. When he literally said in the beginning of the episode, I'm fighting Brook because he's the biggest name that was available. No, Keith Thurman's the biggest name that was available. Sean Porter was the biggest name that was available. But he tried to be also slick and say, when Sean was out there, he already had a fight with Formella. No, the fuck he didn't. No, the fuck he didn't. Let's stop.
He came out, but he came out and said earlier before that, yo, we're not going to fight because we friends. That was before the Formella fight. So why didn't you guys just make the deal then?
Bruh.
That whole talk about it, you know what I mean? That's why Crawford's like, yo, nah, bro, let's fight. Because you told me that we friends and let's not fight. But now you saying that, oh, I don't want to fight you. What?
Yo, so check it. They call me all types of names over here. But he reveals that he was negotiating with Patrick Teixeira and the pandemic killed that too. Just saying, man. Just saying, man.
That was his move to 154, right? That was that big move he was talking about, right?
He need to keep taking my advice. They need to start negotiating right now with Broner because Regis already trying to sink his teeth into Broner. Regis already trying to sink his teeth. They need to be renegotiating right now with Broner. Right now. Why they about to cash this Kell Brook check? But anyway, let's go out to the callers, man, and see what's really goody out here with the people. Let's run through all them sponsors, man, that are rocking out with us for Border Wars 9. Dallas, Texas is going down. First and foremost, you already know B. Custer is one of our lead sponsors and rocking out. Shout out to Brian Custer. He was on the show today and gave us this rich content to debate and discuss. He's one of the sponsors.
Last Stand Podcast.
Last Stand Podcast, obviously. Then we got our good friends here in the New Jersey area in Woodbridge. We got Big Rig Trucking Agency for all your insurance needs. Listen, go get your free quote. Absolutely free. They're available 24 hours. You know, Edwin is there. He's one of our own. He's been listening to this show before he became a sponsor. We all, in one way or another, have family that's in that trucking business, and he serviced many states. So hit him up for your free quote and tell him TBV sent you. Then we got another one of our own, man. Shout out
wirelessbudshop.com.
Shout out to wirelessbudshop.com, man. Rocking out with us, rocking strong. Listen, J Hardcore's been a Patreon from the very beginning. He was a listener, and from listener, entrepreneur, started his company and is going strong. Get 15% off by using the code TBV. Shout out to Wireless Buzz Shop for becoming a sponsor of TBV and believing in Border Wars 9 December with celebrity referee
Steve Willis be in the building.
Willis, champ Steve Willis. Shout out to Undisputed Boxing Gear. Shout out to Hope.Boxing.Gloves and Kendall Hope, former world champion. Shout out to Xavier Miller, the trainer of, you know, Dillian White, man. You know, coming out of left field, you know. And when people thought that we wouldn't, Xavier showing that, you know, regardless of what we say, he rocks out with us here on this show. So shout out Xavier Miller. Shout out Bravos.com. Bravos.com sent us 2 fantastic setups that we're going to be giving away to the lucky winners of Border Wars 9, man. Bravos.com. Go out there. We got the Alpha line because we some alphas.
I heard you're going to have a bonus for knockout.
Hold on. Adrian Clark, protect yourself at all times. Everlast. Headgear, gloves.
First
make sure
time ever.
No.
Y'all did Undisputed
Don't
boxing?
brush over that.
Gear?
Don't brush over this. This is the first time ever that every participant is going to get to take home headgear and gloves. The winner will get an extra set. So you really going to be a fighter. You're going to be walking in the gym with 2 gloves, one for the bag, one to spar in, or one to fight and spar, and the other one to train and spar, and the other one just for your big fights, you know?
Yo,
you get lucky
then
with
you could
Bravos.
do the remix, and instead of 2 phones, it'd be like, I got 2 sets of gloves, one for the mitts and one for the small. I don't know. Fuck.
Damn.
I don't know. I need battle bars back.
Damn.
You know what?
Shout out to El Camino Electric.
Shout out to El Camino,
Everybody's
man.
basking.
Let's go to El Camino, man. Let's go out there.
Wait,
These
did y'all get
calls
everyone?
are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Get your earbuds, man. Get your earbuds. They work with Android. You know, all my truckers, you know, they got noise cancellation. You know what I mean? Calling into the show with them corner store head for buds y'all be buying for $5. Stop that bull crap. You know what I'm saying? Get these earbuds. Support your favorite podcast, because if you support us, we support him. He's a listener. It's a community. You know, we going to do that. we gonna uplift ourselves, just like B. Custer said, man. Just like B. Custer said,
That's for sure. And be sure to smash that thumbs up button and subscribe button. We got over 400 of us watching and listening around the world, wherever we are right now. We need you to go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. It helps with the visibility of the show. And for sure, hit the subscribe button because it does help us grow. We need you. You need us. Let's get going. We got to get this 117,000. We can believe you. By tomorrow morning, we get up, we should have 117,000. Speak it, believe it, receive it.
And
Super
just
chat.
Because you're not live doesn't mean you don't hit the thumbs up. Like, if you listen in the future, you can still hit them thumbs up.
Or the playback.
You know what I'm saying?
Thumbs up.
You know what? Stop right now. Just do it.
Or the subscribe button. Or the subscribe button. Yeah, super chat. Super chat.
I'm actually frustrated that we couldn't get this last 50 subscribers and wake up to like 117,000 on a Friday. Like waking up to 117 on a Friday, we'd have just been like, damn.
They wanted to start the weekend off.
You know what I mean? We could have did it, but y'all really like not getting us to that, man. Come on, man. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I already made enough YouTube
50 people, man.
Profiles to comment on my own video. I'm not going to have to make more to subscribe to our channel.
Yo, talking about commenting on your own video, man, that's yesterday's news, man. Today's news, bruh, is Sony's. Today's news is Sony Woods, the commissioner, taking on the real Tank, man. And that drop, man, and damn. Yo, you should have cut the little. I got a story to tell from Biggie, man. The way you put that together, man. Y'all stitched that together real nice, man.
Get that shit flagged real quick.
Bruh, listen. Listen, Sony, you got to stop, too. I seen him. He disappeared from the back call. Y'all better check on Sony, make sure everything is good. He needs to see this shit. He was doing so well off the jab and the movement. His biggest issue was he wasn't keeping his hand up on the phone. You got to be on the phone. Hello? 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 Are you on the phone, Sony? No, the fuck you wasn't. That's why that right hand clipped your ass. But the other mistake you made outside of crossing your feet when you was turning the right way, because he was for the whole fight circling away from the right hand until that moment. He tried to get fancy on do his little football. I'm going to the left. Well, rather, I'm going to the right. And then he juked to the left. That right met him at the juke. So it was like force colliding with force. And he just shattered like the Twin Towers. And even when he got up, no, obviously, you seen the way that he crumbled? Even when he got up, he didn't want to be there. I mean, he checked out, and I know that he looks at that, and he's like, bro, I checked out. He looks at that, and he's like, I checked out. I can do better. I did good.
I told you, he smiled, and he looked at himself, and he's like, I don't want another minute of this shit.
But he cheated himself.
It was very confusing. Like, I don't envy Doomy at all. That was a very tough day of refereeing. Like, I don't know what I would have done in that situation. Because I'm looking at this man, I'm like, he is smiling like that did not hurt at all. But
no, it hurt. He smiled like,
yo,
that shit hurt. Yo.
That's how you caught it. See, but that's what I'm saying. Like, the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, he fine. No, he not. No, he not. Like, it was a weird situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was abnormal. Like, I've never seen a fighter react like that.
Yo, Mario, he said he's been in tons of fights. He's never been hit flush like that in his life. Mm-hmm. Changed his life.
Is that he juked? Yo, if you watch, he juked right. The first time, listen, he was always turning to his right beautifully. And in that one time, he turned to the left. He went to the left. He got met with that big ass right. And listen, Tank was throwing that right all day. He was setting it up too. He was going to eventually get him because he kept poking him to the body, getting him to drop those hands. And then every now and then it would be a quick poke, super fast overhand right. Yo, listen, Tank got more dog. Tank got more dog. Also, there was a time where Sony got him in the clinch. Tank was fucking hitting him like this, bro. He couldn't even see his head, but he like, I know your head's up here. Take some of these, motherfucker. Yo, listen.
The thing about it, though, hold on.
I threw a few of those, too. I'm like, I know
Mario.
Somewhere.
You know what's so funny about that is that Sony Tank got a real chin, man, because Sony hit him with some big right hand,
straight.
And ate them, man.
But you got to understand, Sony's anxiety plus how he decided to come into the fight, he was on the toes, so he's more Ali. If you see, as soon as the fight started, he's up, bouncing, he's jab, bounce, move, jab. So he ain't sitting down on that right. Even those lead rights is like he's bouncing and boom, it's just a quick flash one. If he starts sitting down, he got natural power. I seen it from the heavy bag, but He sees a different comfort zone. If you watch his heavy bag footage, there's no one there. It's just him in his bag, so he's calmer. He's more flat-footed, and boom, you hear that right hand. He gave Tank beautiful right hands, which is something that he needs to look at. Like, damn, I'm pretty accurate off the lead for a heavyweight.
Yeah.
But he also, him and his coach need to be like, let's sit down on some of these though. All of these don't gotta be soft. Let's change up the speeds and let some of them go a little bit thumpier. You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you, he was frustrating Tank, but Tank is just a dog, man. He's just a dog.
Dog. He got his mouthpiece hit out, and he said,
Tank's a
man,
dog.
put that shit in.
He's a dog, man. He
did not want no water on
Listen
that.
to me. Listen to me.
I want all that dirt in my teeth.
I want to see what Smoking Joe and Supermax gonna do. I mean, Tank and Eddie. Eddie is a counterpuncher.
Ooh, that'd be a good fight.
Tank is a brawler, man. I would love to see that. I mean, it's some matchups. Let me tell you, it's some matchups.
They say Bishop and Tank. Nah.
Yeah, Bishop and Tank.
They've been calling for that.
I mean, he won't take it, right? He only says Supermax. But it was a good fight, and it's some good matchup. If you haven't seen it, I'm gonna actually put it right here in the YouTube chat, and allow you guys to click on it whenever you want. But
yeah, that fight was good. It was a good fight, man. Shout out to Sony and shout out to the real Tank, man.
Shinsi, if you don't think I got 20 years of coaching experience, sign up and I'll coach your opponent. I bet you I coach him to stop you. Bet you that. Super chat that you gonna get stopped if you sign up.
He talking that talk. Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, Border Wars is on fire.
Did you get the Supermax
No.
super chat? No. Okay, let me get that. Big Supermax Rodriguez says, I support all TBV and events and shows. But I got to say, remember when somebody said Boxing Bars was bigger than Border Wars? Sorry, fellas. Not quite yet.
Boxing Bars, no, but I'll never.
But Boxing Bars held it down. For
it was
a whole
like
summer.
Yo, it was like Jay-Z. Remember Jay-Z had that line like, I held you down for 6 summers. That was Boxing Bars. It held us down till boxing came out. And it sparked some talent in our community. Let us see some talents from certain individuals. It also came through with the Border Wars song, bro. Like, bro, that champ and that Border Wars song.
It culminated. What did we get to? 11?
What songs
10?
on a
No. Boxing Bars. Like 11?
Nah, I think we was at like 13, right?
Oh shit. Okay. Well, yeah. Then we got to wherever we got
maybe
to.
More. Actually, we more, right? Because wasn't it was like Sweet 16, and he was like, "No, it's Sweet Science," and I was like, "Yeah, all right, Sweet 16.
I think we were left off on 17, if I'm not mistaken.
We did mad weeks, man.
But yeah, listen, and then it culminated into a mixtape. You know, it was big time, bro.
Nah, I like it. I wanna see the next volume.
I still need to get my silverback get back. I get that at some point.
And I think it's next level. Like once we do an appreciation now, I think we need to get some of these dudes to perform some of them songs. But let's go out to these callers, man.
Just like the king is what I mean. The king is what I mean.
Yo, in the building was good. TBV was shaking, family.
What up?
What's up?
Yo, Border Wars talk. Always get my juices going. Shout out to Info Joe. Shout out to J Mac, helping me along, getting some things in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Sony, I ain't heard from Sony, man. Shout out to you, man. Sometimes, like Keem said it himself, man, like, yo, when you go through Border Wars, it's a special event, you know what I'm saying? So everybody that's signing up to it, shout out, man. Shout out to everybody. Yo, let me get to the fight weekend. Yo, the Katie Taylor fight, number one, I want to start on the DAZN card. The Katie Taylor fight, cool, but, all right. Is Rachel Ball, is she the one that had beat homegirl like in the summer that was on the Dillian White card? Is that the skinny redhead chick with the jab and the 1-2? She beat the short chick.
I don't know, champ.
Cut it.
Familiar.
I don't even know Rachel Ball is. Word is born. He said Rachel Ball. I start thinking about the redhead girl from Dazn that does the like commentating. We're going out to Bruce in the Shy.
Man, yeah. First of all, y'all tweaking on Crawford. Y'all said that what the fuck y'all said? Y'all said something, but I know that little 2 a year. I heard that too, Ness. But that's basically just one more fight after this one, maybe if we being serious or whatever. And man, see, I be listening, then I start working, and then I lose my fucking train of thought. But yeah, Crawford gonna beat him, and I don't think he should go through the gauntlet either. I think he should get Earl as soon as he go, but I know they're not gonna give him that. They're gonna build it up. So we probably talking at the end of next year or maybe 2022. They trying to make Crawford get a little old. That's what I think, to be 100% honest. But that's my call.
Deontay older than Crawford.
Thanks,
Ain't
Bruce.
nobody trying to wait for Crawford to get old. There's people out there older than him. Shinsi says, "I'll destroy your student, Ness." Hands up emoji. Laughing out loud emoji. Dog, what weight you is, man? Don't make me damn, Mario got to fight. Don't make me have to coach the winner of Mario to body you, man. What's your weight class, man? We're gonna come for you. I got Francis, man. Francis, he was
heavyweight.
He was trying to fight Coach Myers, but he said, "Yo, I'm going on a strict diet all the way down to 50." Yo, heavyweight. Oh shit, dog. Look, Shinsi said, "What up? GGG champ want to fight." He sent me footage and messages. What up, Shinsi? Let's lock it in. See how that talking? See how that talking get you in the coffin? Huh? See how that talking stop you from walking? Huh?
That was a good one.
Let's go, champ. What's
not
up?
bad. I'm not gonna lie.
GGG champ already sent me messages. I'll show him right now. They on Patreon. He hitting me up as we speak. Like, yo, I want that work. I want that work. And he in his 40s. Huh? What up? Just tell me, bruh. You tell me. Shout out to Carlito, all the way in the UK, coming through on the Brian Custer fund, man. You the man, you the champ. Was it? It was you, right? Yep, that was Carlito, man. All the way in the UK said, yo, here's a little something for Brian Custer, man. Get him
Steve
right,
Willis.
man. Oh, shit.
Bro, I was like, what is he
Steve
talking
Willis, I got you. Don't worry. I got you.
Okay, good. Steve Willis.
Yo, them cookies got me mooking. Yo, we going out to J-Mac. Nope, not J-Mac either. See, everything is all cluttered now. Everything is foggy. After Shinsi took that duck. Oh, he said he in Jersey.
Jersey, yep.
Shinsi, you better stop. I'm about to give you the address to the gym. We're gonna test that chin right here with the chin.
Okay.
Chin. Nah, hit me up on Instagram. If you really in Jersey, hit me up on Instagram, dog. I'm about ready to get back in that gym for real.
What? 278. Dang.
Let's go. He said fight weight is 225. What the hell you doing ballooning up that much, Areola? We going out to Brandon in Cincinnati. Send them stats, champ. We need that footage. Let's go, champ. We can make that fight right now for December with the champ. He's ready to go.
Hey, whole nother time zone. Jumped up for back with our mind on. Can't play when you here, get your life stole. If you bring it here, then the price grow. Folks jabbing and punching the line long. I drop a pigeon, let 9 go. We slap with the fake glass and white go. This only happens in Ohio.
Yo, shout out to my man.
Jesus.
I'm sorry, Brandon. I just got to big up one of our correspondents in the UK, Devender. I'm sorry, you know.
Isn't it Dev? Is that how you say it?
I don't know, man. That's sad, right?
Damn, dog. I thought it was different.
Yo, GGG champ hit me on Patreon. I just got the email like, yo, tell Shinsi what up. Yo, but we just did an interview with Josh Teller, courtesy of our UK correspondent. We're going to go with Devender. Because it's Devin with a D-E-R. Oh, man.
Devander?
It's Devinder.
Oh,
Devinder.
yeah, because he's in
yeah,
there.
that's how
I'm Canadian, so I'm used to the name.
Yo, you know what
Devinder.
you is?
That sound right.
You like in a shadow realm. All I see is your logo right now. Where are you? I can't see you. I don't. Oh,
there you go.
What you was eating? Don't be trying to be fat. Yo, Coach Myers, look, he talking about he going down to 150, but he eating behind the camera. He ducking you, man. He ducking you. Yo.
Hey, Mario, you see this? He on it, man. I can't wait. Yo, you don't even know,
Let
man.
me get
But
to
listen,
Brandon,
honestly,
man.
that Sony Woods tape, like all this Border Wars stuff supposed to get you guys excited to get in there and just give it a go. You seeing regular people with regular jobs jump in there and do it. You seen our very own Mario, man. Mario was gassed after the second round, but he didn't quit.
Bro.
He got up and he kept pushing, man. You can do
Mario
it too.
got the
Sony,
most comments.
shout
I
out
was
to you.
gassed
Got in
after
there.
the first round.
Mario got the most comments, but there is words out there that they might be dummy accounts. Yo, go ahead, Brandon.
Oh, they make it dummy accounts?
Yo, what up? Can y'all hear me?
We hear you.
Yeah, we got you.
What's good with y'all, man? What's good with y'all?
Chilling.
I think the only way Bud stays at top rank if they get him that Pacquiao fight next. If they can't secure that Pac-Man fight, he's out of there. That's just how. That's the only way they're gonna keep him around. So, I mean, I know Bob tight with the wallet. He don't like taking losses. He says, Pacquiao can't deliver $1 million pay-per-view buys. That $25 million is too much for him. So, he might have to either take a loss or let Bud go. But I think that's the only way they keep him, man. So, yeah, they got some work to do. They want to keep the man happy. If not, you know me. I don't care where he go. He can sign the fucking Love and Hip Hop and fight on VH1 for all I care. As long as these fights get secure and these big fights get made, I'm happy. I don't care what network it's on. So, I wish my boy nothing but the best. Tune in Saturday. He gonna put on the show. Majin Bay, Carlitos, keep my fucking belt warm. I'm coming back for my shit. Y'all have a good one.
Next month, dog. Yo, once Dominicans get signed, we don't get nothing back, man. We don't give nothing back. That's
Nothing
ours.
back.
Yo, so both of y'all took smoke breaks. I'm gonna be here holding it down on my own, man. Get behind the camera all you want, man. It's all good. Listen, Cincy, if you want the smoke, hit me up. I'm checking my IG or Patreon. I don't see you hit me up. Cause GGG Champ hit me up. He hit me up. And I know I'm saying his name wrong. Let me find that right, because I don't want to put his other name out until he do. Where he's at? Where you at? Right there. It's GG Champ 15. Come to Dallas, Shinsi. Oh, he want that work now. Let me put this on the screen, though. You a little built, though, Shinsi. Come on, man. We send that footage, Shinsi. Not Shinsi, GG Champ. Send that footage. I can't be having you try to kill Shinsi either. My man looking body built rip. You see that shit?
Looking yoked.
I'm trying to find the live thing so I could zoom in more, because what the hell? You're a little too big there, buddy. But yeah, let's see who we got. We got Coach Myers, the Freddy Krueger to Francis. What up? Coach Myers in Connecticut? No? Can't talk?
Seems like he hiding to me.
All right. Coach J-Mac.
Keep hiding.
New Orleans.
You know how these bitches is in the sport. Total disrespect. Kid has no class, no style. I'm a gorilla, I'm a dog. I'm a dog, I'm a gorilla.
The smartest thing you can do is to stay away from Terence.
It can't be the boogeyman if I'm chasing him. You want to bet? You bet 100,000 on that. Let's bet $1 million. Easy. Let's bet $1 million.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, good morning. Shout out to Brian Custer for another interview, winning me over slowly but surely. I have called him a casual back in the days, but shout out to him. Great question from Francis on action about the bias. However, I do think you were being biased when you asked the question, but when he gave you the advice, it's funny how you guys still don't take it. Big ups for him mentioning Myra, who tries to stay unbiased on the show. He just don't stand on his 10 when it come down to his opponents. His opinions, but I wish Myra would get stronger in that part. As far as Bud was asked who he wanted to fight. Bud never said, I don't want to fight Sean Porter. He just didn't mention Sean Porter's name. So take that, I don't want to fight Sean Porter out of it. That's not what happened. I don't have a problem with him getting Keith, but I'm not going to act like Keith was tippy-toeing when he had his reign in and around the division. And my last thing, I almost forgot. You said that, hey, add me a boomerang, because I need to think about this. Just give me 45 more seconds. I said,
Superman gave you one too.
Oh, he did? Okay. Yeah. You said bias. You said Sean Porter. You said no. She was harping on something that you pointed out with Bud. And I know you ain't gonna remember. You don't remember it?
It depends
You
what we're talking
pointed
about.
out something at you said something about after the interview with Brian Custer. You pointed it out and you went in on it. Oh, okay. The $10 million offer. Okay, you said during the pandemic. All right, fuck it. Give me another one if I need it. Just for the time. You said with the $10 million offer, you don't understand how Bud fans don't get it. Okay, a guy asks for $10 million in the pandemic. Bud is the champion. Bud is the A side. Bud is going to get his money regardless, whether you want to argue that or not. Bud is going to look for the opponent that can fit in the budget. Now, the budget ain't even $10 million for Bud and Kell Brook. So if a guy come in and you already got Kell Brook who's willing to accept less and get a fight and still have a decent name, whether we respect it or not. The guy, when you ask and offer Keith Thurman and ask him, and Keith Thurman comes back and say, I want $10 million, that shit sounds so far from being realistic. And so when Bud said Bud gets the pandemic, of course.
So let's think about this clearly and calmly. Thurman is a better fighter, bigger name, more popular, and can sell the fight 10 times more than Amir Khan, who received something like $8 million. So when Thurman says, give me 10, he's starting high, like he should, but he's right on par with an Amir Khan's purse. Why? Because all the reasons I mentioned, plus doing 600,000 with the common opponent that you want to fight in Manny Pacquiao in pay-per-views. Now, you said something about during the pandemic. Stop making excuses for your favorite fighter. Once you stop making excuses for him, you will realize that you've been in some sort of a trance all along, right? Because Earl Spence is fighting Danny Garcia during a pandemic. Neither one are crying about purses. Top-ranked fighters are crying.
Pay-per-view.
Top-ranked fighters are crying about purses. Tio had to cry about his purse. Crawford had to cry and take a stance that he's not taking a cut on his purse. So just stop your lying. It's too easy to make you guys look bad because you call me biased, but you the one don't want to be subjective. No one on PBC has done an interview saying that they're not getting paid, that they're being forced to take a pay cut, that blah, 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 sob story bullshit. Nobody.
It's funny you saying that because this is the same argument I had with him in Pittsburgh, and they were laughing at me all out there.
No, because
the bad call.
Of course they're gonna fucking laugh. Dog, listen to me. Listen to me. What gets along better? Dogs and cats or just dogs? They all know each other. They're gonna fucking laugh at something that they don't want to believe. You don't want to believe the fucking truth. Just like they don't want to believe that he could have got out of his contract. My man says it right there. Like, I'm comfortable. I'm not greedy. They paying me well. If these guys don't want to fight me, oh well. I don't really need to go over there. They should be able to do the fights if I'm here. Like, he's still saying the same shit, and they're not gonna care. They're gonna fucking pat his back. It's okay, bud. It's okay, bud. All the way into retirement. Just, it's okay, bud. It's okay, bud.
Look,
it's not your fault, bud. It's not your fault, bud.
I don't get the Khan comparison because what did you say Khan got?
Financially, the comparison.
What did you say he got?
Let me repeat it because I don't really want to debate, and I know you love Khan.
I'm not going to debate. I'm just asking. Go ahead.
No. So it's all about finances, right? Khan brought whatever he brought, whatever fame he brought, whatever international pay-per-view he brought, but his guarantee was somewhere around $8 million, brother. So Khan ain't Thurman. And Thurman doesn't bring a UK pay-per-view check, and that's understandable.
How sure are you that 8? Before I look,
Google it. Google it.
I'm gonna Google it, but I'm asking. I mean, are you sending me on?
Just Google it. Just no.
Okay, I'm gonna Google it. You're right.
Listen. You want me to save you some time? Let's say 5. Let's say 5 million guaranteed to 8. I know
that sounds a little.
I know he got more than Crawford. I think maybe Crawford got 5, and he got 5.5, or he got 6.5. Look it up though if you want. The point is,
give us the real numbers.
Listen, the point is he isn't Thurman, and Thurman is asking for a lot more, right? But it's negotiable. When you get Thurman to a slightly above Khan number, you have a big pay-per-view. Thurman versus Crawford is the pay-per-view Crawford not only needs, but the one that will sell on ESPN.
Bro, but you're listen. Look, I'm just want to make this one metaphor, and that's it. And I'm not, because I don't want to debate. I just want you to understand. It's like you wanting to get Vic back, right? And Vic saying, "Yo, if you want to get me back on TBV, like I got to get paid. Like you know what I've been doing now. Like you see where I've been. You know my credentials." And you say, "Well, throw me a number. Let's see how real it is." And he come back like, "Man, I need at least 100,000." You're like, "What the fuck?" You started and that's his
attempt to go high. Mario, but
that's his attempt to go high.
And that's
there's
cool.
such thing as going too high.
But listen to me. See, it depends who you working with. Because I'm not just gonna walk away and say 100,000 and make a joke of it with Francis, you, and Doomy in the green room. I'm gonna pick up the phone and be like, "Vic, 100,000?" And he's like, "Yeah, that's what I need." I'm like, "Well, damn." Matter of fact, I'll give you real life. I tried to hire Steve Kim years ago, and he gave me a number. And I asked him, "Okay, that's your number? What do you bring for that number?" And he told me what he can do for that number. And it was worth it, but I couldn't afford it then. You understand? So everything is negotiable. The problem is some people just ain't meant to be in fucking business. Some people are comfortable. They're not greedy. They never go out. I just like to fish. Don't you fucking get it? If he wanted it, he can do it, but he's comfortable.
I think the problem is, and this is the disconnect between us, because I agree with you. Bob shouldn't have just called Crawford back like that fight ain't never happening. Like that was terrible. That was terrible. But
and to put that energy
during a pandemic,
he put that energy. No. Todd DeBuff
energy. I bet Bob felt like they're trolling.
It wasn't Bob.
It was like, oh man, he wasn't serious.
It wasn't
Bob. But you know what I'm saying?
It was Todd. It was Todd, and it's Todd's fault for putting that energy. Yeah. Because why'd he call his client and say, "You'll never get that fight"? Why would I never get that? They won 10 million. Ha ha ha.
What do you mean?
What the fuck? Like, what type of working relationship do we got? No. What type of working relationship do we got? That you work for me, I tell you to go make me a fight, and you tell me I'm never getting it. Well, you not talented. You not Jerry Maguire. Go fucking make the fight. Go make the fight. I said make the fight.
Show me
Don't
the
come
money.
back. Don't come back telling me you can't deal with them. You come back telling me how we gonna deal with them. But some people are comfortable. Some people tell you in their interview, "I'm okay. I'm not greedy. I did enough. I'm a Hall of Famer already. I've done more than him. I've done more than him and him."
He needs me. It's not I need him. He needs me.
Okay, and that's the biggest disconnect between the three of us is that in my mind, Crawford has solidified himself in his position, and it needs to be respected. And people don't want to respect it because they, I've been in with Pacquiao, or I've been in with, Sean Porter. And I get all that. It's just that, Crawford solidified himself. At this point, it's those guys shooting their shot. They want to be the pound for pound best. They want to be at the top of the mountain at 147. And so for me, it's a situation where, everybody's trying to play the cards on the table. And it was a bad move. It was a bad move on everybody's side. I think that we should agree on that. And,
it wasn't a bad move. I don't agree. I think
no. And
in
you
negotiation,
don't have to.
like, you gotta remember something. Everybody knows their worth. Everybody knows their worth, and everybody's gonna tell you what their worth is. Everybody got a number that they like, and they're gonna put it out there. And when they put the number out there, right, it's for you to say whether or not you agree with it or you don't. And if you don't, then you negotiate to a number that everybody can agree to. That's what you do in a negotiation. If you want something to be done. But if you don't want something to be done, you just brush it off and move on to the next thing.
Yo, let me tell you something. Everybody knows I've been negotiating on multiple properties for the last 60 days. They have a list price. And I have a fucking number in mind that I want to pay for your house. It don't matter what you listed it at. I'm sending my offer. If you're interested in my business, guess what they do? They send a counter. But you guys are like fucking dummies, man. You know what I mean? It's like y'all never been in business. All you do is be on YouTube. So how would you know about what real life is about? If I send an offer, right, to a house that is 60,000 above, they have every right to tell me nothing. Because I'm coming in $60,000 lower than their desired price. But if they've been on the market 420 days, if they've been on the market for 45 days, what if they got 2 mortgages and they ain't making no money off that house? They'll call you. The real estate agent will call you. That agent will submit your offer at least to his sellers and show it to him, because a bite is better than no bites. But again, man, we're talking about dudes that don't know nothing about negotiations. They never negotiated absolutely anything in their life. They just have a favorite fighter, and that's all they can see is that's my favorite fighter, and I'm good. You know what I mean? He does no wrong in my eyes.
And you know, to play both sides, you know, because I'm that's who I am. I'm a guy who will look at it from both sides. You if you're Thurman and you're PBC and you're Al, you got to get as much as you can from that fight, because you don't have any safety net. You know, Crawford wins, he takes that glory with him, and he goes, you know, on with it, and that doesn't help PBC. PBC is the one taking the risk in that fight, you know, with Crawford. So I get that aspect of it. I just think that in a pandemic with everything going on, if you really wanted that fight, there's nothing wrong with
Mario,
playing
that was
hardball
nicely
and shooting high.
That was nicely put. As a writer, you put that word together nicely. I see how you. I that was like a little bit of a backhand compliment, but I got love for you nonetheless.
I know it was. I'll take it anyway.
Nah, but what do you mean? I like how you just put it. It's in a pandemic, so you know what I'm saying, you can't come. Yo, you got a number. Terence Crawford is still getting paid his number. So why can't Thurman get his number?
No, because it's a pandemic for Thurman.
Number?
It's a pandemic for Thurman, and it just ain't a pandemic for Crawford. So here's the other.
That's what it is for real. That's what he's saying. Like, yeah.
Here's the other narrative that he spun, right? So he's like, yeah, so I've been calling these dudes out since before I was a welterweight, which is true, and I felt his pain. I'm like, dang, he's right. You know, they was the ones telling her, man, you ain't did shit. Get out of here. Get your low ass out of here. Get a belt. Then he gets a belt. They still talking about, man, get out of here, man. We gonna handle this side of the street. So he says, when they had belts, they didn't want to fight me. They told me to get a belt. And then when they had belts, they still ain't fight me. They fought they people who had belts. So my thing to that is, that's what they're supposed to do. And that's exactly what Top Rank does and any other promotion does. If you have a majority of fighters in a certain division, you build your fighter so that he comes out the A side in the negotiations in the possible big fight. So when Sean had a belt, he says no one was saying fight Sean Porter when he had a belt, you know? Everybody was saying Sean Porter and Earl, and rightfully so, because that's the fight that's simple to make. It's on that side of the street. It's a unification. He's saying, well, now that they don't got a belt, they want me to fight Thurman, and Thurman wants to fight me. Sean don't got a belt. They want me to fight Sean, and Sean wants to fight me. Well, that's kind of how it works, right? Right? Like, you were in need, and last I checked, still in need of welterweights. They are in need of a belt. You have one. Sounds like a match made in heaven, but this is the issue that we have. Again, it's the Miguel Cotto syndrome. I like to call it that because he got it done to him by Pacquiao, and he felt what being a B-side was about. They sucked him down to 44, this and that. Even Mayweather, you know, look, you got to fight me at 54. You got to use these gloves. So they got that taste the B-side. So they said, never again. When it's my turn, I'm going to do what you did to me. Now that I'm in the driver's seat, Maidana, guess what? You can't use your favorite gloves. You're using my gloves, you know? Now that I'm in the driver's seat, Canelo, you ain't going to fight me at 160. You're going to fight me at 155.
No, I get that point.
Now that I'm in the driver's seat, Sergio Martinez, you ain't gonna fight me, Miguel Cotto, the Puerto Rican legend, at 160. No, you gonna fight me at 150 something, 57 or whatever.
And
weird,
on one leg.
whatever catch weight they agreed to, right? So these dudes get that opportunity to be in that position, and that's what now Crawford.
Well, that's
is doing.
what boxing's
But let me
turned
close
into.
it. Let me close it
Go
because
ahead,
this,
I'm sorry.
I'm bringing it full circle. That's what Crawford is now doing. He's saying when Thurman had a belt and I called him out, he ignored me. It's the same Earl Spence thing. Earl is mad at Keith now for the rest of his life because he didn't fucking give him a shot at 14-0. And now here goes Crawford saying the same thing. Well, when I wanted to fight you, Thurman, you said go fight Horn or Horn ain't nobody. Like, stop holding these dumbass grudges. Don't you need a fucking welterweight opponent? Last I checked, as a boxing fan, you needed an opponent. You don't need to be having a fucking dick measuring contest.
But that's the problem. That's the problem is, look, when Floyd Mayweather did it, he did it off the back of a De La Hoya fight. He earned his A side. You feel what I'm saying? So when you have a situation where you got Crawford and Spence and most people have them 1A, 1B, you can plug whichever one you want. There is no true A side. The A side is the pound for pound fighter. That's the way we've always looked at it. Or not the always, but the last, decade, it dictated that with Floyd Mayweather. But in a situation where neither one of them can claim a major win against a Pacquiao or Floyd Mayweather or a De La Hoya, then that baton is not passed. You know what I'm saying? And then it's harder, and you get into the minutia of it all and the nuances that break down, and then you have these tiny little arguments back and forth. So, the only way that this gets settled is these guys fight. I think that will produce a true A side in the manner to which we are, most familiar.
It's hard for these guys.
Mayweather.
It's hard for these guys to fight if their promoters are not willing to negotiate deals. That's what we're talking. That's what we came back and we're talking to. That's the basis. Is the fact that when these guys negotiate deals, they're not getting done. Whether it's Todd DeBuff, whether it's Al Haymon, whether it's Bob Arum.
So the other thing is the money, right?
Yeah.
He tells Brian, yo, he wanted 10 million. Ha 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 ha. How you want 10 million when you only made 2 million? That's what he says, right? But his trainer, there's a screenshot being passed around that's verified, that his trainer is telling a friend that the 5 million that was guaranteed for Khan ain't even what they got, that they got way more money. But what Ness has been saying for the last 10 years, that PBC fighters get more than what's reported, that's a myth. That they laugh me off and say, oh, you protecting PBC fighters. Now all of a sudden, Terence is making more than what's reported, and it's fact. But, hypocritically so, when doing an interview, he resorts back to the commission purse, which we all know to be fraudulent, fake as fuck, not the real amount and only source of money, and says he's only making 2. How does he want 10? And this is what I'm saying. Some people are in denial. If you want to fight, you don't belittle someone. You know what I'm saying? We talked about that with AJ and Wilder. So if Thurman wanted 10, you don't put that out publicly. You say, hey, what about 5? He's going to come back and say, what? Khan got that. I bring more. I was unified. I was a real welterweight. I did 600,000. How about 8? And they like, what? You crazy as hell. Khan is international. He brings UK pay-per-view plus, this amount of, demographic is in the whatever country, whatever part of the United States where, he does good numbers. And they like, nah, take the 6.5. And he's like, hell no. Word is born. 7.2. And the fight's done. Or 6.2, and the fight's done somewhere, or it doesn't get done, right? It doesn't get done, and they stop somewhere where he wants 7, and they want to give him 6.2, and they like, yo, right now just ain't the time. But you don't go to the media and laugh it off. You say, nah, we've had great conversations, and we're still working. Right now isn't the time, but the doorways of negotiation have been open, and we're looking to that to see if we can do that fight sometime next year. That's how you negotiate, and that's how you also negotiate in the media. But again, bud tenders, there's a reason we call them bud tenders, because they tender. They tender-hearted, they're emotional. So they're going to say, no. What you asked for 10 million, we're going to put that shit out there. We're going to clown you, man. Why? Because we bud. We don't need you. You need us. We already solidified, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Candy Slim 501 says Kell for 2 is a better deal than Keith for 5 mil. And listen, that's the thing. Listen, you
exactly.
Might,
they out here looking for deals. They out here looking for deals, not fights. They out here looking for sales, man. They in a fucking clearance rack.
And Candy Slim is right.
Yeah,
he's right.
Yeah,
Kell for 2 is better than.
Yeah, he's right because he shop at the clearance rack. You shopping at the clearance rack, Candy Slim? Get your ass out of here.
Exactly.
Get your double coupon ass out of here, Candy Slim.
You tripping? Yo, says. Canelo wasn't on the pound-for-pound list ahead of Triple G when he was the A-side for their fight in 2017. Spence is still the A-side whenever the Bud fight happens. I wholeheartedly disagree, but, I respect the opinion, and I understand it.
Yep.
Man, let's go to the callers, man. I swear, man. We got Dennis in Tampa, Florida. I hope it's sunnier than over here. Shit look gloomy over here.
Look, the fire's coming. Are you ready for the fire? We're firemen. We are firemen. Evil One Okay.
BoxingVoice.com.
Hey, thanks for chiming in. I'm learning a lot with this back call, bro. There's some good shit going on back there. Konya, what are we gonna do? We're always at the same fucking crossroads with who's gonna fight, why he's ducking. We spend 2 or 3 hours thinking about and talking about the 10 million. I don't know. Let's get these fights out the way, see what happens. Because right now, even though we're not talking about that, when Gabriel Rosado fights Jacobs, Andrade is fighting too, right? So let's say both of them fight and then they work something up. If Bud really is interested, he would be at the Danny fight. That's the bottom line. So all this other shit, remember, a new day is a new opportunity and a new way to stand up in front and say, I want to fight you. So even Bud tends, all that time we waste, and in my opinion, it still is fun to listen to it, right? But at the end of the day, if Bud is serious, or at least Bomac, have Bomac at the fucking fight. There's always like the way Spence and Bud met in.
Such an intelligent.
That was a good call.
Such an intelligent boxing fan, because when people thought Wilder didn't want to fight, he was showing up to commentate on Sky Sports. He was trying to get in the ring in the AJ fight. Yep. And this is what we talking about, man. Energy, man. Y'all need to have the same energy. I love that Dennis said that, man. Reminded me of that, man. Like, come on, at least be ringside. Gennady was ringside at Canelo fights. Andrade at least showed up to Canelo press conferences and Jamal Charlo press conferences.
It's one of the oldest tactics in boxing.
Oh,
it's one of the oldest tactics in boxing.
Bud don't gotta do nothing. Bud ain't gotta do nothing for these dudes. Like, they gonna follow him regardless. But J-Mac, I see you got a counterpunch. I know, unfortunately. I think he.
Yeah, Super Mex gave him his boomerang.
He's not even
he said,
there.
"Give my coach."
He's not even there.
Oh, he's not there. Oh, there's a new caller on Blog Talk. Just FYI.
He's not even there. New caller in Baltimore. Who's this?
Oh, it's Will, yo.
Hey!
Oh, damn. My bad.
Wood, where have you been?
Wood, your numbers wasn't on there. My bad.
He got a new phone. You know that, man.
Been out everywhere. Been a little everywhere, y'all. But, I'm going to tell y'all something about Bud, man. Bud, his whole team is full of shit, right? I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to give y'all this little scenario. When they first came up with this Porter, their team had 3 different reasons why they didn't want to fight Porter. Bomac said they didn't want to fight Porter because Porter don't have a belt. Bob Arum said they don't want to fight Porter because nobody don't want to see Porter fight. And Crawford said he don't want to fight him because they friends. That's 3 different reasons why they didn't want to fight him. So Keith Thurman priced himself out. But you're gonna give Amir Khan all that money instead of negotiating with Porter. If he won $10 million, give him the money that y'all gave Khan. He's worth more than Khan. He's worth more than Khan. If Terence Crawford really wanted these fights, he could have said, look,
What offer him this, offer him that. He don't really want these fights. I think he just want to keep fighting these people and keep calling out fighters that he know he can't get at this present time, like Pacquiao and Earl Spence. And then he's gonna go keep fighting Dream.
Oh, shout out Wood, man. It's been a long time.
Give him his flowers now, man. Give him his flowers now when he here, man. Wood, tell him, man. Coming back from the past, man, to tell people what it is, man.
He the ghost of boxing past.
For real,
The
man.
ghost, the ghost.
Yo, look, and I still got it right here, Wood.
It's Baltimore, gentlemen. The gods will not save
Let's
you.
go, champ. I got everybody's around. Everything is always there, just
Baltimore.
waiting.
Yo, shout out Wood.
Just waiting for y'all to come back. I know how it is.
I know he never really liked me, but I always liked Wood. Oh, pause. But he was always a good dude. I didn't care. I was like, whoa. I caught it before I even said it.
I was waiting for you to say something. I was like, yo, is Mario gonna get himself in this?
Yo, but we going to my man's in
Who's that? Who that?
Cross
Who that
the
is?
pond. Cross the pond. He ain't got no intro though. So we just gotta go to Idris like that. All corny like that. No intro and shit. Or we could do this Battle Wars.
Can you hear me?
Funds.
Yeah, we good.
Hey.
No,
Hey,
I
listen,
got it.
hey,
You said, yo, punchlines, or we could do this Border Wars. Punch guys, right? That's what you said?
Yeah. It was the other way around though. Hey, listen, man. My question for Francis, yeah? Francis,
What's up?
are you gonna tell me, yeah, Thurman didn't duck Terence Crawford?
No, he didn't.
Okay, so that 10 million is not overpricing yourself.
Hell
No, it's
that's
not.
a negotiating starting point. Come
This
on,
is coming
man.
off the back of a pay-per-view with. Hold on.
Because
This
at the
is
end of
coming
the
off
day,
back of a pay-per-view with a
listen.
legend, Manny Pacquiao, right? Okay, go ahead.
Listen, yeah. But here's the thing: you're the challenger. You're being touted as an opponent, as a challenger for somebody else's title. There's none of that negotiation thing. You don't have leverage when you're the challenger. So for you to go and make such a bold claim like 10 million or nothing, with no belt, nothing, how can you try to turn around and say that's not ducking?
I want him to get his call off. That's why.
You know what I'm trying to say? How can you call that ducking? How can you say that's not ducking?
I just want him to get his call off. What do you mean? Negotiation, man. Everybody got a number. Like I said before, and I say it again. You put your number. Everybody, listen, Mario, if we go play pickup basketball, you want to make a bet, I got a number in mind I want to bet. It's whether to you if you want to meet me at that number. You understand what I'm saying? And we make a deal. If not, I say you ducking. You don't want to play me one-on-one. You ducking. You know
But Mario could be like, yo, I ain't got 100. Let's do 50. Let's do 50.
All right.
You know what
Deal,
I'm saying?
I got you.
Come on, bro. Like they
if he said let's bet 1,000, then I might feel like, whoa, man, he's not even in my league right now. Like I don't do that. Like we're not gonna come to an agreement because he's so far.
No, that's because you're not competitive. Because someone that's competitive, they'll be like, damn, 1,000? Yo, all I got right now is.
You wouldn't say that about me, but don't say that about Crawford.
Listen, if you competitive, you say all I got right now is 50, but let's get it done. I want to fight. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? And it's up to that person to be like, yo, business, because he used that word a lot. But it's okay. I know bud tenders don't want to listen to certain shit that he said. They only listen to some of the shit he said. Like this narrative that bud tenders have, that Keith isn't worth negotiating with because he's coming off a loss. So what is Brook coming off? You gonna tell me that the fights he had in between them demolitions matter to you as a hardcore?
But you're missing the
context. You know what? Hold on, Mario. You know what happened? Hold on, Mario.
I'm not missing.
Hold on.
One dude brings way more to the table than the other, and that's just the bottom line, man. It's just the bottom line.
You think Brook just took the number that Terence Crawford threw him off the top? No, they had to negotiate.
Of course they did.
No, but you felt like, oh, he's you know what? He's a little bit more reasonable with the number he initially came with, more than Keith Thurman. That's bullshit, man.
And listen, that might be bullshit, but I think the one thing you got to understand that you're not putting into context is that what the Thurman fight represented before the Pacquiao fight was a fight that would produce the best in the welterweight division. It would have been the biggest, both guys, somebody's always got to go type of thing, right? after the Pacquiao fight, while he's still worth something, and I'm not going to say that he's not. I mean, even off a loss, he's still worth something. It was Manny Pacquiao in the ring. Like, if anything, he might be worth, more off a loss to a Pacquiao than anyone else. That said, though, he no longer represents the fight that you win to gain the top of the mountain. You get what I'm saying? It's no longer a Crawford Spence situation. So that's what I think a lot of people say when they say that Thurman is no longer worth it. They're not saying that he's not worth negotiating with. They're saying he's not worth that big primetime fight.
Listen to me, Mario. These stances you take are so crazy, right? Because if Thurman, listen to me, if Thurman off the back of a Pacquiao 600,000 pay-per-view loss isn't worth it, why the fuck is Danny? Listen to me. Stop it and fucking listen and be a boxing fan, man.
I'm listening.
How is Danny then viable and worth a pay-per-view? He ain't coming off of no pay-per-view. He ain't even been in the ring with Pacquiao, man.
But
stop making excuses for this guy. Stop it.
He's done his thing, Ness. He's done his thing at 140. What are you talking about?
Now what Danny did at 140 gets him in a fucking pay-per-view. Even off a loss to Thurman, even off a loss to fucking Sean Porter, what he did at 140 makes him you tripping.
Listen,
you not being a boxing fan, man.
My man got good. I'm not saying that. Listen, I'm not making an argument. All I'm doing is presenting.
You a top ranked T-Bud fan shell, man. You a shell, man. That's what you are. You sitting here perpetrating the fraud for some other body.
I'm not.
I'm trying to
Bartenders will welcome you.
That's what you're doing, man.
The bartenders will welcome you.
That gets people to open up and say, okay, well, maybe they're not just bashing, because it just turns into this Bud bashing thing. I want to make sure that you.
It makes no sense, man. If Danny coming off of Granados, who's 35, 40-pounder people laugh at, coming off of Iron Redchak, that people laugh at. He's not even fighting real welterweights. He's not even fighting real welterweights.
That's your problem, though. You thinking like that's what you always talking about the last fight, but what has made their resume? We talked about it's a job interview type of thing, right? You go down that Danny Garcia resume, he's getting the job.
Well, let me tell you something else,
You do see what he did at 140, and he had basically his own mega pay-per-view with Matisse, on the Canelo undercard. That was essentially the same thing.
Check how I sleptwalk you, right? I got you to come out your face and show the world how viable Danny is and how big of a star Danny is. And regardless of losing to Thurman and Porter, you still saying how viable and worthy of a pay-per-view he is, right? Meanwhile, Top Rank sent them a $3 million offer to fight Bud. So who really wants to fight and who doesn't? You see how I slept
9 years ago?
No.
9 years ago.
No, it's not 9 years ago. But you see how I slept walk you?
9 years ago?
You see how I'm showing the world that Crawford doesn't want to fight? The guy that Crawford sent the $3 million non-pay-per-view offer flat fee, Earl is doing a pay-per-view with. The guy that came off for 2 losses to the other top welterweights. That's who Earl's doing a pay-per-view. And that's how Al treats his guys.
No, they're going to say it's the other side of the street, man. You got to be careful.
It's the other side of the street.
I mean, listen, all I'm saying is if HBO ever came to me and said, yo, Mario, we want to buy your boxing script. We want to make a boxing movie. And they said, how much you going to sell that script for? And I said, oh, man, I'm going to sell that shit for $5 million. I probably wouldn't expect a phone call back. Even to renegotiate.
Listen to me. And let me tell you, that's the difference between you and I, right? Because listen, what he got out of his story was defeat. He's never going to expect another call. What Sylvester Stallone did was not sell his script because he said, I'm going to be in it. And they said no. So he didn't sell his script. And eventually he did sell his script. He was in the movie. Now he is in the Hall of Fame. Now he is a celebrity. Now he is forever known because he believed in himself, unlike you, motherfucker. But you are my friend, and I'm going to keep being tough love, and eventually you're going to look in the mirror and say, I am worthy. I can sell my script. They will call me back. Motherfucker, believe in yourself first. Get out of here.
Got to, man.
You crazy, man.
That's why it's crazy that they say Keith Thurman don't believe in himself.
Keith ain't stupid. Keith knows what he's worth. What you think? Wait a minute. Because these guys are so fucking simple-minded. They think Keith just sent Todd DeBuff an offer without talking to Al? So Al doesn't know what his own...
I'm sure he talked to Al.
And you telling me that Al sent a what they calling it? What these back call dudes calling it? What's it called? When you outpricing offer, or did Al Ivy League, the man that took over boxing, or did Al send a market analysis offer?
But I'm the one who said 5-10 minutes ago. I'm the one who said 5-10 minutes ago that they had to do that.
Did he send the right negotiation starting point?
Off the back of that loss.
Come on,
There's
man.
no safety net.
Come on, man.
I've already made that point.
You don't think that Al knows what the fuck Thurman is worth after having him be the inaugural on ES? Excuse me, because you had your opportunity to try and go. You could take the call. Actually, take it. Show me I'm wrong. Because
I just don't want you to repeat. Go ahead.
What am I repeating? That Al believed in Thurman? That Al had him as the inaugural on ESPN, the network that now Crawford is on? Was the inaugural on Fox? Had him doing 5+ something million? That Al believed in him? Out of all the other welterweights that could have got the Pacquiao fight, how many times we thought Danny was getting it? How sure were we that Danny the Puerto Rican was going to get it? How sure were we that Mikey the Mexican was going to get it? But they gave it to fucking Thurman. He worth anything they tell you he worth. He's shown it. Numbers after number. No. Show me when Crawford did 5 million views on any fucking free television. Show me. Show me when he did the 6 million that Earl did. Show me. But Al knows how to get. Why we only got 2 people that did 5 and 6, and they both with Al? Okay.
Yo, Mario, I tell you something.
Sure.
They say, yo, Adrian's asking Showtime for 10 million, right?
Yeah.
Because he knows it's worth, right? And they out here saying he's crazy. You think he gonna get it?
AJ?
And no, Adrian Broner, AB.
I think that the commercial appeal between what a Broner brings to the table and a Thurman brings to the table can't be compared.
I'll tell you this.
I don't think he gets the 10. I think he is worth asking for the 10.
But Keith isn't worth asking for. Is what you're saying.
I think for a pandemic fight. I think for a pandemic fight against Crawford.
Pandemic fight.
No,
is Earl in a pandemic fight?
That it's 10. Yeah, that's the thing.
Listen to me.
That's what
is
they
Earl
will say.
in a pandemic
They don't even
fight?
think he was worth 10. They keep saying
how
that
you the
he sent the big offer.
How you the Oracle?
So they could come down.
What he called himself?
That's what you said, right?
What Crawford called himself? What he called himself?
Offer that was highball, which is what translation to more than what he would get, right? That's what you're saying.
Shut me up.
Ness don't even think he deserves it.
Francis, the praying mantis. Yo, what did Bud call himself, Mario? What fish he called himself? What fish? When he said, "How you the big fish if I'm the what? What he called himself?
Orca. The orca.
Oh, he's the orca, but the orca can't pay nobody.
He's
the orca, but Bob Arum is begging him to take a pay cut, and he got to make a verbal stance on multiple podcasts that he's not. I'm not taking. I'd rather not fight. But you the orca, man. Get your ass out of here, man. Hold on. You the orca, but they didn't lock in the Pacquiao fight for you. You the orca.
But Keith got it though.
You the orca, but you they didn't lock in a unification for you.
I mean.
You the orca.
Izzy with a super chat. Francis
man.
the guy.
He's trying to cook me, yeah.
Francis the guy. I haven't read it, honestly. Francis the guy ain't in the math class in junior year of high school. Someone says, "Where's Francis?" Other dude says, "He's in 8th grade math." Struggling. Oh, man. That's so messed up.
Why are you bringing up math right now?
I know Francis is smart. So
I don't know why he bringing up math. You know what I'm saying?
No.
We use simple math for
protecting you, Mario.
Metaphor. Like, I remember those people that it was like that. Yeah, I felt bad for him. But Wireless Bud Shop Airbud says, smash the like button. # no shoplifting. You the man, Wireless. Yo, let's see. The next one's coming from Candy Slim 501 says, play that emotional song for Ness, please.
What am I emotional about?
Laughing out loud.
You know what I get emotional about?
Emotional.
I get emotional about you guys not being able to see through the smoke, man. Like the fact that you don't got you got foggy goggles on or you don't got goggles on. I don't know, man. But y'all, like, how is it so hard to see, man? Like, people really standing on their last two saying, laughing at Thurman.
Yo, I'm gonna put hold on, Mario.
Like,
I'm gonna put my 2 cents out there. I'm gonna let y'all know, like, this is how my stance has always been. My stance has always been that Bob Arum and the whole team over there, they're doing my man Terence Crawford a disservice by not negotiating properly to get him the fight that needed. 100%. This has nothing to do with Terence Crawford not wanting to jump in the ring and fight any of these gentlemen, because he's a dog, he's mean, and he's game for it. It's all up to the promotional team, management team, whoever it is that's making the decision on whether or not these offers should be approached to Terence Crawford needs to have a check, man. They need to have some type of like piss test or something, because something's wrong with them, man. You gotta negotiate. Gotta go back and get your guy to fight. That's your job. Your job is to go out there and negotiate and get the fight. A dude comes at a certain amount, but if you got to look at the goods, is the goods worth it? It's worth it, but it's not worth it at that price. Okay, let's negotiate. Let's negotiate to a level that we can get to. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. That's always been my stance. This has nothing to do with Terence Crawford. This has solely to do with those people who need to figure out how to negotiate and get Crawford the fights, man.
Or another super chat coming in from Sam Henry says, Ness keeps saying bud tenders, but he's always the most emotional when the topic is about bud.
That's passion, man. What you don't get, Charlo already told you, we got passion, man. You ain't got no passion for nothing. Like, first of all, understand this, man. Understand this, brother. The good man upstairs, as my man Francis likes to say, he's given me the ability, after multiple failures in life, to do what I love. Why wouldn't I wake up and be passionate about it every single day? What is wrong with y'all? You're crazy. You mistaking my passion for emotion.
Nah, it's just
if I was emotional, listen to me. If I was emotional, I wouldn't talk about Bud the way he don't talk about us, the way he refuses to come on this show. That's emotional. See, the thing is that you guys are so ass backwards. You don't understand. How am I emotional? I'm here still talking about it, still giving him his praise. When he does what he does good, I'm the one reminding you about his knockout ratio and how he's still on his knockout streak and how beautiful that is. Like, I'm not emotional. If I was emotional, I couldn't talk about him. I would want to not talk about him.
Man, the only problem I got for that passion is I wish you still had it for Chocolatito, Estrada when we got good fights.
Mario,
that's my only problem.
Hey Mario, listen to this. Listen to this. My whole thing also is, they always say you got the side of the street, right? Everybody got a side of the street. I felt like if promoters didn't out themselves against other promoters by saying, oh, the offer you gave me was a low ball offer, or you outpriced yourself, we would have more fights. There wouldn't be no sides of the street. Everybody would come to the table, understand that it's a negotiation, and to try to get the best deal for their fighters. You know what I'm saying? You know the money that you're putting in behind your fighters. You know what you need to get out and what he needs to make on top. So you do all that calculations and you approach, the promotional team. And that's the problem we're having. If Top Rank keeps saying, yo, these guys are outpricing themselves, they are pricing themselves, you're not going to want to shoot them an offer anymore. There's no point. I might as well stay here. We already got all the fighters over here. We just gonna fight. Does that make sense to you guys or not?
I hear what you're saying. I mean, I think that
gotta negotiate.
I think that was what we got from Thurman. That was the response we got from Thurman after everything had went down. I feel like that's exactly the level he was on. Chach Beats comes with a super chat, says, tell Francis I want that 1v1 smoke on the court when he gets to Dallas. 2 basketball emojis from Chach the dad. Is it Chach or is it
Chach?
I knew it was Chach, but there's a word Chach that it's like me something else where I'm from.
Yo, I'm game. I'm bringing my shoes. Just so you said that. I make sure I pack a pair of shoes to play ball.
First of all, he's from out there, so we need to know how cold it is. But I'm down too. I'm telling you, I think we should do a 3-on-3. You know what I'm saying? Right from the door. I don't even know how good Francis is. We just know he's good at talking. But I'm so good.
You're so tall.
Listen to me.
But are you so good?
Listen to me. That's what I'm asking. I never seen Francis play.
Okay.
None of that. But I'm so good that I'm willing to do the host versus anybody. Let's
with
go.
it. I'm with it. Okay.
Let's go. We
Pick
can,
and roll all day.
Hey yo,
Pick
you
and
can
roll
get
all
listen,
day.
listen, and you can get me completely out of shape right now. Like we could do 5-man because it'll be me, Francis, Mario, and Doomy, right? That's 5. No, that's only 4. We need one
4.
more. We need an honorary. There we go. An honorary host for the day to make it 5 and do a full
Maybe
court.
Supermax ball.
We could do a full court for real, so it'd be some alleys on your little asses. Or
You ain't ran in how long and you want to play full court?
Man, listen to me, bro.
I'm just saying. I'm
Listen
looking
to
out
me.
for you.
Listen to me. Or we could do 3-man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. That's all I'm
with
saying.
it. Chach, I'm with it. You got it.
Let's
We
get it,
locked in.
Chach.
That's all I'm saying. Don't sleep on the host, man. Don't sleep on the
Yo,
host.
I'm actually
last
like
time they slept
pretty-
on me.
I'm okay. I'm good. I'm decent. Listen, I'll tell you what.
You got a jumper?
If I
Hold
got
on.
Ness,
Hold on. You got a wetter?
He don't need it. He don't need it.
yeah, like that's the
No,
thing.
at his height, he needs a
he
wetter.
needs
What
it.
you
He
talking
needs
about?
it. He
I'm
needs
telling
it.
you
needs
right
a
now,
wetter.
He needs
the
it.
game ends with, if we're going, let's say we're going to 21, it ends with I got 20 assists. Like that's how with Ness on the team, bro. I got him all day. Like that's my game is setting up the big dude.
I go hard in the paint. They don't
Bro,
want
I'll
it.
be calling out
They
the
don't want it.
numbers. I
Well,
got y'all.
They don't want it. They don't want it.
Listen, when we play, Chach,
Bruh,
when we
I'm
play,
only giving
they're
one
gonna
free
look for you.
game,
They're gonna
too.
look for you on a milk carton, man. They're gonna say you.
Only
I'ma
one
lock you up.
one free
Clank.
game too. I'm only giving out one free game. Like that first
One game.
That first
That
3-man
first
game.
game?
That's the free one. Everything after that, we gotta play 5 or 10 per person, man. Let's go. Ness will get dunked on. You tripping, man. Last person
What
said
we talking
that.
about? We talking about betting?
No, I mean, yeah, it's a bet because each.
I'm with that.
Because each player is putting up lunch money for the other player.
I'm with it. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? $10 little lunch is nothing crazy.
That's tough. Yeah.
Nothing
let's do it.
crazy. $10 per person, man. If we could keep it cheaper, some people, might be religious. We buying each other lunch, so it could be 5. I mean, I don't know where we gonna get lunch for $5 in Texas.
No,
but,
we're gonna
know
put
what
it
I mean?
together and go eat after. Don't worry, we good.
Yeah, it's like 15, right? Oh, but we all get 5. You right?
Yeah.
Or let's see. Anybody on Blog Talkie? No.
Blog Talkie, we
480,
got.
you wanna
on
talk?
the
Press that
boomerang
1.
over there. I mean, I don't know how long you're gonna be able to stay over there, man, because we got hella callers. Let's see. We went to Idris. We going to Izzy in Oklahoma. What it do?
Pluckers money. Pluckers. Yeah, we going to Pluckers,
where
man.
the Pluckers at? I'm gonna pluck that ball. That's give me that pockets. Listen, you ain't gonna be able to fucking play with me anyway, cause I talk shit too.
I love it. I
ain't
love
doing
talking
nothing.
shit.
I ain't doing nothing without also commentating about it, motherfucker. What? Izzy,
All right.
what up? I hope you can play ball.
Hey, I can play ball. I'm worried about you, Nez. I'll tell you that. I already challenged you to a game in Pittsburgh. We never got to it though.
It was raining in Pittsburgh, man.
I ain't gonna hit this topic, man. I'm not gonna have enough time. I'm gonna get yelled on or talked over, and then I'm gonna get cut off. So I won't even hit the topic.
Nah. Start right now. We gonna shut up. Zip
Nah.
my lips and throw away the key.
I wasn't just talking about the 10 million with Francis, my super chat about Francis and his math, because he was doing some pretty squirrely math and regarding a bunch of stuff in Pittsburgh about how much a fighter's gonna make and et cetera, et cetera. So that was a deeper comment. I do have a question for you, Francis, because I know Coach Myers is coming at you, but I thought you agreed to fight Stainless at Border Wars 10. Are you planning to fight Stainless? And
Yeah,
what weight are you looking to get?
Listen, we talked about that. You know what I'm saying? We talked about that off the air. But last night we were on. Stainless came on and he was in the gym doing his thing, and we talked about that fight being happening for Border Wars 10. Weight, he's saying 168. Like right now, I don't even know. I'll fight at whatever weight. We have a fight made. I'm good with it. I'm probably gonna be somewhere probably like 160, between 160 168. I'm assuming.
All right, that's my call. I just had to check. I got to get back to him. He's busy. He's working. So I told him I'd get to you on the air. Y'all have a good day.
Yeah.
Yo, so Crawford's trainer manager Brian McIntyre, sources said, was frustrated by the lack of promotion that night despite his fighters' actions. And the lack of promotion being no Brook Crawford promotion on the hugest event of Top Rank for this year, not named Tyson Fury and Wilder. which was obviously Vasil Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez.
I talked about that on Twitter with somebody. They're right. That's a good point.
So the attorney claimed Crawford as frustrated now as I ever seen him. End quote. I know this is an audio podcast. So right now I'm making a lot of faces, y'all. Just saying. And I'll repeat. The attorney claimed Crawford is, and I quote, as frustrated now as I've ever seen him. And he referenced ebb and flow in Terence's relationship with Top Rank. Perhaps, most of all, Kenny called it beyond frustration for Terence and his team that Top Rank has failed to give him a big money breakthrough fight. And here we are discussing, wouldn't Terence Crawford versus Keith Thurman be a big money breakthrough fight? Mm-hmm. Are you going to deny, Mario, you top-ranked shell, bud tender undercover, that Thurman wouldn't break Crawford through? Huh? Would he not break him through? Tell me the truth. What say you?
Yeah, he's a
Excuse
big
me,
fight.
Excuse me, can you speak into the mic?
It's a big fight.
Oh, thank you. This is on The Athletic, gentlemen. For those that are wondering where these very incriminating quotes are coming from, this is the lawyer, or actually,
is that an article or it's on Twitter?
It's on article. You gotta pay for The Athletic. Come on, don't be cheap.
Oh no, I pay for The Athletic. I was just.
So how don't you know about this?
Because I didn't
I'm
see
joking.
it. I got like a
I'm
ton
joking
of,
with you, Jog. I'm just messing with you.
No. But to be honest with you, I think I was on it this morning. I see. Did they just drop that?
Yo, check how they came for Crawford. Indeed.
Whoa.
Look. Check how they came for Crawford after that quote that I said about the big failed money fight. He said, indeed, the 33-year-old's resume doesn't include a single signature victory and is at the center of Crawford's rift with the promoter. This is despite his unquestionable greatness inside the ring. Crawford can do it all, box off the back foot, deliver power with both hands, and glide, right? Where am I? I just messed up. Glide around the ring with deft footwork, whatever that is. And he's simply a terrific fighter, regarded as one of the best finishers in the sport. Hell, Crawford can even fight from the orthodox stance and as a southpaw, and switches back and forth seamlessly. Yeah, and that's why I'm picking him to win. You want the link? That's why I'm picking him to win by knockout, man.
Is it Terence Crawford is reaching a breaking point with Top Rank? Can it be repaired?
Absolutely.
Okay. Cool.
Wow.
4 hours ago. That's why it's fresh.
Of course, yeah. Listen. Yeah. If you're not getting your fights promoted, you've been saying it all week.
I love that it's 4 hours ago. I love that it's 4 hours ago because maybe some of these butt tenders ain't read this yet. Because are you paying for The Athletic to read these words?
Bro, you're tripping. We should have did a show on this. Yeah. I'm not saying I'm not saying that the morning show because you didn't know.
Why do a show about Nestor patting his back? All I'm gonna say is that I've been saying this for years.
For a long time, we've been saying this.
We all been saying he wasn't happy, but no one wanted to believe it. Nope. The bud tenders wanted to defend the fact that he was allegedly being ducked. But here it is. Your promoter can't get you the big fight, and you're mad. You've already sent letters through your attorney. This is what this is.
This is exactly what I said. That you know what? I mean, I need to read the whole thing, but just from what I'm reading,
so check
is
it out.
exactly what I said.
Check
I bet he
I
wanted
got the
to
date.
make some big
I got the date,
point.
y'all. I got the date. And that's why Crawford said a year. And Nestor's ears are sharper than a fucking eagle. Before reading this, I told you, rewind it. He said a year. Guess when his contract expires? October 2021. So that's why he said few months, a year, because it's 2021 October.
But that's the other thing is we don't know because like sometimes you can have like certain things in the contract that allow you to like opt out of a last fight or like last few months, then they could also extend it.
Yeah,
based off of COVID.
Secure
so like
me
maybe,
the big fight. If you secure
maybe
me the
it does
big
expire
fight.
in a few months, but they're talking about pushing him to October based off of the lack of or the inability to make fights over the summer and stuff. I mean, I'm just speculating. I have no idea, but all I'm saying is maybe that's why he said, a few months or a year. You know what I mean?
No, because he might fight now and fight in the next 6 months from now.
Exactly.
And
that's
then,
why I'm saying it's not that big a deal, right?
You know what I'm saying? Probably fight 1, maybe 2 times in 2021, depending how the contract situation. Maybe if he gets a big fight in 2021, he only fights 1 time and just ride out the contract and they sign a new deal. You know what I mean?
Word.
That could be good. But shout out to Terence Crawford, this weekend. He's taking on Kell Brook.
Shout out to The Athletic for this article.
Absolutely. Shout out to Athletic for releasing, this article on how Terence Crawford feels. And, it's good to know what his mindset is on this whole promotional thing. A lot of people have been talking to boxing for a while about, what's going on with the promotion of Terence Crawford fights? Hold on to this. Hold on. So what's going on with the promotion with Terence Crawford fights? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Wow.
It said, I take offense to somebody that says we haven't been trying to make meaningful fights. Wow. Todd DeBuff.
Yeah, because DeBuff don't care about meaningful. He cares about economical. How can the promoter maximize the most? But let me read this.
Exactly. Okay.
Lord, bud tenders, they probably not going to want to take their calls until they read this for themselves. Crawford was offered $6.5 million guaranteed per sources, along with the upside of the pay-per-view at $5 for every buy over 300,000. Now that's not the best deal, but let me tell you, if Thurman did what? 500, 600,000. What did he do? What was the number? 400?
I think it was
I know Broner did 4. Thurman did more than Broner. But let's just run with the 6 for simple math. At $5, that means he gets to make 5 times 300,000. Wow, man, that was a good number they offered Crawford right there. I didn't never think $5 per every other pay-per-view, but he countered that. He countered that at $9.5 million with the upside at 500, meaning he said, "Give me more of a guarantee and don't give me back end until we get after 500." So he's not sure that they were going to do good numbers. I wonder why. Wink, wink. 2 bad pay-per-views.
No.
What?
Well,
What?
Well,
What?
listen. Okay. I'm sorry.
Don't
Don't
lie.
Stop. Listen to me. What I'm trying to say is, if you finish reading that part of it, and they had talked about the fact that Pacquiao gave Bob the okay to start pursuing fights with Crawford for November. They were ready. It looked like the fight was a go before the Qatar Tourism Authority, is that how you say that, maybe?
Yeah, because of COVID.
Decided to continue outbreak of COVID prevention, or would prevent them from, from the event being, big enough to make up for the large site feed that they were looking. So, it boils down to, again, what I'm saying is that it looks like Terrence, 2020 was supposed to be Bob and Top Rank's year, where they finally delivered for Crawford, but it's a little too late. It's too late.
No, you pitching a narrative. Listen, I was reading.
I'm not pitching a narrative. I'm saying that it's too late.
I was reading and you cut me off, right? Because
I'm sorry,
obviously what I'm reading is Crawford did not accept the deal, okay? He countered the deal. And then COVID hit, so the seeking of the Middle Eastern money, and listen, it was real, because it says that McIntyre and Kenny and Bob and DeBuff, they were on Zoom meetings with Qatar, everything. So it was real, but the offer was never agreed to because Crawford countered and then COVID hit. So stop acting like 2020 would have been this big year when they didn't agree. I didn't say that. Listen to me. He asked for $3 million more than what was offered to him. Okay?
No, and that's fine, and I'm glad you pointed that out. But don't. I didn't say that. Listen, I didn't say that it was going to be a big year. What I'm saying, in the narrative that I'm pushing, is that Top Rank put themselves in a situation where they kept putting off trying to get one of those deals done, and they said, you know what, 2020 is going to be the year we're going to finally do it. He's going to only, in his contract year in 2021, we have to make him happy in 2020 to get him to stick around. We're going to make all these fights happen. The pandemic prevented that, but that's Bob's fault. I'm saying that they should not have put themselves in a position where they're waiting to push a 2020 thing. Like, why are you waiting? Like, why do you marinate? You over marinate everything. That's what we've been complaining about with Top Rank for years. They cost us so many fights. Go ahead, Ness.
Check this out. I agree. Check this out. So Pacquiao, his side of the deal is very simple. 23.5 guaranteed.
Yep.
Only thing I want is for you to accept the 6.5, and I'm still giving you $5 per pay-per-view, anything above 300,000. Pacquiao's coming in cheap, but let's forget this. Let's not forget this, rather, that if Crawford agrees to the original offer of $6.5 million, Sean Gibbons is still doing business with PBC, with Casimir. So there still may be a last rights to match because Pacquiao still does business with PBC. And here's another thing to consider. Pacquiao did do a fight with Thurman. It was on PBC. You can Google that he got 20-something million guarantee. He didn't need money from Qatar. Again, just showing you that Top Rank doesn't want to invest in the Terence Crawford business.
But it also wasn't COVID.
They seeked out. Listen to me. It wasn't COVID when they tried to seek out the Qatar. So stop your narratives.
But it was COVID.
No,
when
Mario,
broke down,
you're not listening.
And it wasn't COVID
you're not
when
listening.
Thurman Pac happened.
You're not listening. Listen to me. You're not listening. Pacquiao Thurman and Pacquiao Broner, which were both the same guarantee, happened here in America, regardless of COVID. There was no COVID. Crawford, Pacquiao, it was being negotiated in Qatar when there was no COVID, meaning he still had to seek outside money to get it done. He didn't want it. Listen to me. It says it in the story. He didn't.
No, of course.
Not that it says this few words, which I'm about to say, that he didn't want to invest. But it says in the story that Qatar was giving him $60 million site fee. So he's saying, fuck it, they risking it. They're paying for it. I'm not paying Manny Pacquiao $20 million guaranteed to fight Terence Crawford because I know, based off 2 pay-per-views I already did with Crawford, it ain't going to sell. I'm not going to make my money back. Y'all just don't want to read between the lines. That's just the bottom line. But guess who did give Manny Pacquiao $20 million 2 times? Al Haymon.
Yes, he did.
But let's go back to the callers, man, because I know this article is very hurtful to some. We might get a lot of crickets, man. Jay Will in Ohio. What up?
Lalo, killer. I used to get it in Ohio.
Yo. Real quick, man. What's up with this basketball game that I'm just hearing about, man? And I need to get in on that.
Yeah, we might make that happen for December, man. Probably after the fight.
Okay. All right, bet. Okay, so if there's a place to sign up, let me know so I can make sure I'm one of the people involved. 10, 20, 30, even 50 a person sounds good. Makes it fun and competitive. But with the topic though, man, my narrative with Bud man, has always been he's comfortable. Like he stated in interviews, like he made his bed, now he's laying in it. When he had the opportunity to leave and maybe go test the waters elsewhere, he resigned because he's getting a larger upfront pay and he doesn't have to worry about backing. And so this is just what he has to deal with. I don't think he's ducking. I don't think nobody's ducking him. It's all about money, and what these fighters are going to do is going to be, best for them financially. But, this is his bid that he made. He just got to lay in it, and he's going to have to make Bob Arum shell out some cash to get a good fight. Getting these low budget fighters, man, ain't nobody supporting that, man. But Bud is still a top.
Cut it, y'all. Cut it. I love how the Bud tenders. I just love making y'all, proving y'all wrong that I entertain the shit that they saying, right? Without it being like a super chat or something. So Forbes, who do you respect Forbes, Mario?
Respect Forbes.
Okay. What about FoxBusiness.com? Would you respect that?
They're all right.
Okay. Well, they're both.
Their business is all right. Their
exactly. And what is finances, baby? What is finances? Huh?
Business.
Exactly. So if they're reporting that Pacquiao made $20 million, while Thurman, who ain't worth the 10, made 8, I'm gonna believe that. I'm not gonna believe the screenshots of a bud tender. I'm gonna believe FoxBusiness.com. And I'm going to put you out there, even though you're my caller of the year, Stone Bone, tagging me in your little screenshots that don't mean nothing to me when Forbes is reporting 20 and Fox is reporting 20. Just chill, man. Just chill. Oh, and FYI, they saying Thurman made 8, but you saying they ain't worth it. Killing them, man.
Chat.
Killing them, man. Killing them. And let me screenshot it for y'all, man, because they wanna take screenshots and probably Photoshop. I'm a screenshot right here. This is how much did Pacquiao make against Thurman? $20 million right there. FoxBusiness.com. What that say? Forbes reported right there. Okay. I'm reloaded. Just saying. We got
you want me to get these super chats real quick?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Big Super Mech says, Ness, we need that ponytail first. And read my super chat missed. He said that he had a super chat before the one I read earlier. You have to go back and look at it because I can't see it anymore. That was Super Mech's. Wireless Bud Shop says, could you imagine Brooke upsetting the apple cart? And he's got a shaking my head emoji. Wait, yeah, that's no.
That would be bigger upset.
That would be crazy.
I don't know.
That would be crazy.
I don't think it'll be a bigger upset than AJ because AJ had more belts.
Yeah. I don't know. You might be right about that. But then Shinsi comes back. Potential Border Wars fighter says, Bud ain't never coming on the Boxing Voice now. LOL.
No, he'll come on. There's a lot of Bud fans here. He'll come on.
We'll see. He ain't coming on.
Did you do Sam Henry?
Maybe. I keep hope.
Nah, he coming on. He coming on.
You got hope for Al. I got hope for my man. Listen, Wireless Budshot comes back, says, mark my word. Pacquiao first, then Earl. 2021. Arum will get his money before Bud leave.
Ooh. Yeah, he gonna do that. He definitely gonna get his money.
That's a bold
for sure.
prediction. Luke Garcia.
Not that bold.
Yeah, not that bold. You're right. Lou Garcia comes in and said, giving some love with a super chat, says, I live just outside of Lincoln, so don't be too hard on us Huskers tomorrow. Great job on this podcast. You guys are killing it. Luke, you killing it with that super chat. Thank you very much.
Call us. We're going out to Marcus in Ohio. Talk to me.
What's good, y'all?
What up?
Great show, man. Y'all throwbacks, man. Y'all watch wrestling, man. I think this is gonna be this Kell Brook fight coming up with Bud and the history with him and Bob now, man. What's going on? I wouldn't be surprised if it ended like Bret Hart and Vince McMahon. That screw job.
I swear to God, I was gonna make that point earlier.
Y'all know where I'm getting at because WCW was the place where they had all the money, all the stars was going there, and here you got this WBO belt. That's Bob Arum. Now, what if this happened? This is just a little conspiracy. What if Bud get hit with a shot where he stuns him, but he's not actually hurt, and here comes this white towel over the head of Bomac that he didn't even throw. And the referee calls the fight on Kell Brook throwing flurries, and he wasn't even really hurt. Controversy. That's my call. That's my call, guys.
That's hilarious, bro. That's hilarious. I swear to God, earlier I was going to make that same point, and I was like, man, I don't think Nessa Francis is going to get that reference, but that was hilarious. Loved it.
All right. So, J-Mac, you're back. I had tried to go to you. I know I was extremely late with your counterpunch, and I'm even more late, so if you don't want it, understandable.
He has a boomerang as well from from his trainee. Yeah, Supermax said, "Give it to my coach."
Damn, getting that respect as a coach.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Can you hear me?
TikTok.
Yeah. Hey, Mario, bro, I really rooting for you, and I gained much respect for you in my last meeting. You gotta do better with your stance, man. I mean, you come off with your points, but you easily folded by somebody with an obnoxious ass get loud every time he want to argue, every time he losing an argument as argument. You got to stand on that a lot more, man. I mean, that's just my take on it. That's another thing about being a journalist and on the show you on. You on a show where it get real competitive and repetitive, and you have to go back and forth instead of submit. Francis, bro, I got much respect for you, but I see why people call you out. Out there, you said people were laughing. We were laughing at your ass. We was laughing at you because you stopped.
Cut it.
I know exactly why.
So
I know.
so let's get something straight here. Let's digest what we just saw. We saw a captain of the bud tender team come on and address everyone personally. Not the topic, not the quotes, not the audio from Brian Custer, not the new quotes from The Athletic. None of the incriminating evidence that his man, who he's been defending for his entire life, is frustrated, wants out, you know? Not the fact that Forbes is reporting that Thurman made 8.
Mm-hmm.
Not the fact that Fox Business is reporting that Thurman made 8. No. Francis, we was laughing at you. Mario, stand on your own too. Ness, you screaming. Stick to the comments, dog. Let's get to those quotes. I want to know how you feel as a Bud fan.
But to be
That's what I
fair,
wanna know.
he just came back. He hasn't read the article. Like, you can't hold him to
He heard the
impossible
quotes.
standards.
He heard the quotes. We read them.
No, I would be making that point for
What are you
anybody
saying?
that came
What are you
on
saying?
and hasn't read the article
but wait a
themselves.
minute.
Like, I
Didn't-
would hate for him to come on and speculate. Like, I don't want that shit.
Did we not read it out loud? Were you not capable of reading it out loud and giving your opinion? Okay.
I'll tell you, as a person who reads a lot of news articles, I still wouldn't be comfortable hearing that's why you think I went to The Athletic and found that.
And
Even
read it
though you
yourself,
read
yeah.
it and you did a great job reading it, I still was like, nah, I got to read it for myself and see it.
Mario, he's our man. If he can't defend
Man,
us, no one can.
yo, shout out to Castle Hill Gil. Gil coming on with the super chat says, do not bet any of your hard-earned money on Kell Brook. His reflexes are gone, and he is front foot heavy and off balance when attacking, equals washed up.
There you go.
But they gonna call you a liar and a Bud hater, man. You know what that is. You a liar and a Bud hater. Adrian in Wisconsin, what up?
Well, I mean, I think that article just sums up what, at least what I've been thinking. I mean, either Bud didn't want to fight, or Bob is trying to use him. I mean, that's my thing. I think Bob was trying to use Bud. He's gonna cash Bud out, and I think he's gonna try to cash Bud out on a. Be really honest with you, and try to build up another under him and use Bud as a stepping stone at some point in Bud's career. So it's good that Bud realizes that and hopefully gets out of that contract and goes to fight the top three.
All right.
All right.
So we definitely got a breaking news in Border Wars, but that'll be for Saturday. Tomorrow morning, we're gonna do 11 a.m. 11 a.m. Border Wars show for all my Border Wars people. Even though we've been talking a lot of Border Wars on everyday show, it's just the nature of the beast. But 11 a.m. tomorrow, and we got some breaking news. We're going out to JT in New Orleans. You available, champ? At work, going once. At work. There you go.
So interesting that you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit. Hey, with that comment. Come on. That was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit. You know, we're doing live TV. Man, I don't care. What you gonna do about it?
I'm killing this mother. Why do you have to talk like that? Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem? Turn off your station. I'm the best ever.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? What's up?
Good
What's up?
I don't know nothing about good interview. Brian Custer, good interview. Ness, I hope you take some advice from him. I know y'all probably talk off the radio, but I hope you take some advice, to help your show grow as well as his, like I said, good interview, but let's talk about the Bud and Kell Brook fight. I think it's a good fight, bro. I think a lot of people counting Kell Brook out, even if he get beat. You know, if one fighter gotta win, one fighter gotta lose. Yeah, I think Terence Crawford is gonna beat him, but I do want to see an exciting fight, and I look at it from both angles. I look at it for how Kell Brook. If I was coaching Kell Brook, I could take that fight and see what he can do best. And I just think it's just those angles with him. Bud can do everything, the switch and everything. I just think if Kell Brook want to make it a fight, he got to keep Bud in front of him. He got a good jab, 1-2. You know, his feet not that good, but he has a good strong.
Cut it.
Yeah.
Keem in Florida. Keem, what up?
While Keem's going, make sure you find that super chat.
Oh, Keem, you avail?
It was about Bud and Spence.
Keem is not avail. All right, no Keem. So Supermax, Bud and Spence. He said, Ness, we need that ponytail, and read my Miss Super Chat. And he said, I support all the TBV events and shows, but I got to say, I remember when someone said boxing, no. He said, problem is, Bud and Earl have both come out and said multiple times, if the fight don't happen in 2021, it's never happening.
Wait, they both said that? What I interpreted Bud saying is that if it didn't happen in 2021, he's okay with it not happening at all in terms of what he's already accomplished. Not like he doesn't want the fight. It's more like I don't need that fight to be solidified as an all-time great and a Hall of Famer. So, but yeah, that's crazy if they both said that. Wow.
Yeah, that's definitely crazy.
Do not know. Yo, just a reminder, we do have the betting show tonight at 6.
Yo, that's crazy because,
7, I'm sorry.
Bentley and them are fighting today.
Wait, what?
In the UK, Denzel Bentley and Mark Heffron, the rematch is today, is early. So I'm trying to get in my parlay. Yeah, y'all missed that fight. That's why I've been. Listen, I'm gonna start jumping in and talking over you guys, man, to get my point across sometimes. Cause I try not to be rude, but that fight's happening. That's what I was trying to tell y'all yesterday. That fight's happening, and we got to get the parlay in. Denzel Bentley, Mark Heffron. They fought the first to a draw.
Yeah, I remember. I had that fight. Actually, I think didn't that fight happen just before you came on with us?
Nah, that fight happened after I came on because we were doing the whole fight chat and everything. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I do remember you talking about it.
Yeah, because Bentley was on. We had Denzel Bentley on, and we were interviewing him.
That's right. I do remember that. That was a good fight. That was a really good fight. Damn, that is today. What the hell? BT Sports Studio. So is it like, do we not have an American network?
For what?
For the fight? Because I didn't see it on ESPN Plus or nothing.
No, I don't think it's picked up. I think it's just going to be on BT Sports.
Oh, man.
And, it's going to be on BT Sports early on. Because remember, Katie Taylor them are also fighting. They're going to be doing their fight. And that's going to be on Sky Sports, right?
Yeah.
Around the same time, right?
That's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
Tomorrow, right? Yeah. Who did you think won that fight? Or did you think it was a draw?
Who?
The Heffron and Bentley.
I thought Bentley won the fight. I thought he had the cleaner work on the exchanges. I thought he had the cleaner work between the two. He did get caught with some big punches in between the middle rounds. He kind of switched off, fell asleep for a few minutes, and that kind of hurt him. That hurt him a lot, but it wasn't enough for them to get a draw. I felt like his jab was on full display. So all he needs to do now is just really sit down on those punches and get everything popping, man.
See, I actually scored it for Heffron the first time I watched it live. But I'll be honest with you, like, I wasn't the most... Like, I watched the fight, but I wasn't scoring it. You know what I mean? I think that I actually needed that fight to be in the running to get into first place or maybe second place for the Pick'em League, the cash prize league. I mean, the prize league. And so I might have been a little biased because when I went to watch it a second time, I only got to round 6 or 7 maybe, and I had a couple rounds that had changed, 1 or 2. So, but I really am looking forward to the fight. But I think you broke that down really well. Damn, dude, this is gonna, man, somebody out there, y'all gotta hook me up with the link, bro. I wonder why ESPN didn't pick that one up. That was a good fight.
That fight's gonna be a good fight, because the first fight, honestly, man, and this is what when you get into it, because remember Liam Williams, who just knocked out his last opponent, knocked out Mark Heffron.
Yeah.
Right. So Mark Heffron has more of the experience, but Denzel dropped Heffron in the second round with a straight left. Boom, dropped him. So I know he got the power to drop him. Even though Heffron hurt Bentley later on in later rounds, he hit him, but he didn't like drop him. He stunned him. You could tell he was stunned. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, he went down the second, right?
But Heffron went down in the second round.
Yeah, Heffron the second. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like a flash knockdown. It wasn't anything that would hurt him, but it was a flash. But he still went down. So I think Bentley knows he got the power. He knows he has the power to do it. It's just a matter of putting it together, man.
If I'm not mistaken, and correct me if I'm wrong, didn't all 3 judges have the same scorecard?
Yeah, 95, 95, 95.
That was crazy.
Like, what the hell?
I've seen that a couple times in my life, but that's very rare.
Before they fought,
Word,
like, what the hell?
That's a good fight. Oh man, I really, really am gonna feel terrible if I don't get to see it. So hopefully somebody got me. One of my UK plugs. Somebody hooked me up. Manchester needs.
Yeah, put in the comment section who you guys rocking with, Bentley or Heffron, for this fight. We need your help, Bentley or Heffron. Rock with it. Super chat. Put in the chat. Let us know. Are you?
I love that so many. This is the 4th person that's like, Mario's back. Wow, it's been a while. I'm glad people. You know what I'm saying? It's been since February I've been back, and yet, some people just finding their way back to the show. It's all good. Love it. Like Wood.
Which is good. Yeah, that's good to know, man.
Shout out to Speedbag Pro. Shout out to Jesus. It was earlier too, and I can't remember who else. Shout out. I'm glad y'all back listening. And Ness is still not there.
Yeah, we'll get back to the calls in a few minutes. Just go ahead and smash the subscribe button and the thumbs up button. It helps with the visibility of the shows. While we at it, let's just shout out our sponsors. Shout out to Brian Custer of Last Stand Podcast. We just had him a while ago on the show, and he just broke down. He had an interview coming up with Deontay Wallace. So go ahead and check out Last Stand Podcast on YouTube. Shout out to Brian Custer.
Make sure you subscribe.
Make sure you subscribe. Also, we got Adrian Clark, protect yourself at all time. He's going to be helping to sponsor all our fighters with Everlast gear, headgear, and gloves. You know what I'm saying? And the fighters are going to have that to take home. Also, we got Undisputed Boxing Gloves.com, our very own Mario Munguia wore the gloves. How were they?
They were the most comfortable gloves I ever worn. No cap. They felt like they were made specifically for me, but they weren't. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't take no measurements, but they felt like they were,
So shout out to Coach Vera and the whole team over there for, sponsoring the event. So winners are going to get an opportunity to get gloves to take home, depending on the event and the bout that you're a part of. Also, we got Holt.boxing.gloves. Shout out to Kendra Holt. Holt.boxing.gloves on IG. Check them out. They're going to be sponsoring the event too, giving us, gloves and maybe possibly headgear to hand out to our fighters that are going to be competing. Also, you can leave out Big Rig Trucking Agency.com, Big Rig Insurance Trucking Agency. Go and check them out. All the truckers out there, and see what their rates are like. Maybe something that you want to sign up to. Absolutely. Shout out to Bravis.com. Xavier Miller is going to be sending us. Ness got the headgear and the gloves. They're also going to be a part of the giveaways for all our fights that are going to be taking place. Border Wars 9 in Texas, December 5th. You don't want to miss it. Shout out. Wait for the press conference and the weigh-ins. You guys are going to get to see that before we got the fights. This event is going to be amazing. Last but not least, we can't forget El Camino Electrical. Shout out to El Camino Electrical for always being a long-standing partner with TBV. Yeah, and let's get to the fights. The fights, we got Marvin versus Rel. That's our main event fight right there. Both fighters are going to be in tremendous shape. Rel has gone to Mexico, to do his final closing to his training camp, then to come all the way to Dallas to compete against Marvin, who is from Texas, My apologies. We're looking forward to that fight. Then you have some changes to the card. We're gonna have Donnell versus Corey. That fight is gonna be taking place. That's gonna be complete fire. You're not gonna want to miss that fight. Then you have Chach the Dad. Chach the Dad is gonna be taking on Karma Search.
I seen you clean that up. Nah, he's taking on Sean Mission
Impossible.
Jones.
Sean.
Also we got Big Supermax is gonna be taking on Smoke 'em Out Jay. The big boys are gonna be getting in there, gonna be rumbling. Then you got
I mean you went this route, so I gotta tell you, you announced the Elias fight.
No, I did not. Don't worry, I was in the Border Wars chat. I seen I'm going around that for you to make that. That's why I stumbled a little bit. Sorry. The other fight that we want to talk about is Ring Walk Danny's going to be taking on Eric Cruz. And that's our Border Wars, and I'm saying fights right now. We got some news that's going to be dropped tomorrow actually at 11 a.m. So keep it locked for more Border Wars news and notes. That's all we got right now. Go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. You know what I'm saying? Who you picking? Crawford, Kell Brook. You already know Crawford's going to do the business. We're going to get to the callers. We're just waiting for Ness to jump back on and let us know what's going on. If you haven't, go ahead and check out Patreon. They released the video of Bishop versus Mufongo, the before and after. Also, you got Keem, very own Keem from Florida, taking on Mario Money-May Munguia. That fight, you get to see the different angles of how the fight went, the before and after, what each fighter said, what they didn't say before, what they didn't say after. Also, you forgot, oh yes, never last, never least. How can I forget? WirelessBudshop.com. WirelessBudshop.com. That's got some AirPods. You know what I mean? If you want to get your ears right, you know what I'm saying? The Christmas time is coming up. Go out there. Check out WirelessBudshop.com. They got all your needs for wireless earphones, man. I'm telling you, they got the 30 to 50% off right now. If you put in the TBV code, you get 10 to 15% off your purchase. Go ahead and check out WirelessBudshop.com. One of our very own Patreons. We appreciate it. We thank you. My apologies. Yes, let's get it popping. So, yeah, definitely you can check out Mario's fight. And then we just released Sony Woods versus Real Tank. You get to see the two big boys get in there and let their hands go. If you want to be a part of Border Wars, all you got to do is, you know what I'm saying, sign up to Patreon 1 or jump on either Nest GTO at Instagram, Next Up Sports Talk on Instagram, Mario Munguia on Instagram, or Alex Doomsday Liners on Instagram. Let us know that you want to be a part of Border Wars. You know what I mean? There's some steps and stuff that you got to go through. If you feel like, you know what I'm saying, you want to lose some weight, you want to get off the couch, or, you know what I'm saying, you want to test your skills. Maybe it's something you've always wanted to do, and you have the opportunity to do it in a safe environment where, you know what I'm saying, it's a brotherhood, a sisterhood. Definitely give Border Wars a shot. If you know somebody, you know what I'm saying, that's out there and they can use, you know what I'm saying, a little extracurricular, you know what I mean, activity, please let them know about Border Wars. Border Wars is amazing. You know, Mario went through it. He got a bad rap for making, you know what I mean, missing a couple fights. No, Mario, you missed a couple fights? You had missed a couple fights, but you're finally able to get back in there and...
Yeah, I missed Border Wars. I think it was 5, 4, something like that.
And you always wanted to get back in there, right?
Word. That's you know, that's what it was too. Like, that's why I really, honestly, like, I wanted to win, but I don't hold my head down too much because I know, like, the version of me come next summer is gonna be a better version. You know, I'm gonna be in better shape, yes, but different shape. You know, my body over the years have been built to lift really heavy weight one time in that day. You know what I'm saying? Like, which is completely different. So, you know, I just wanted the fight though. You know what I'm saying? And but you're absolutely right. It's like, you know, it's an average Joe type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Ness always called it like a bowling league, and I. You know, I don't want it to be like, oh, because bowling's a sport. I mean, a game, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, but you know at the same time, it's like friends getting together. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, this is how I look at it, and it's crazy that you do for boxing. Like, we talking about doing a little hoop thing, right? Where everybody going to meet up and we going to do 5-on-5 or 3-on-3. Yo. Sure. Okay, cool, Adrian, for sure. Yeah, so what we gonna do is, we gonna link up together, like, and we gonna fight each other. It's like playing basketball, playing hockey, playing football, flag, 2-hand touch, like, I'm saying, a group of guys, but except it's gonna be in a controlled environment. We're gonna, I'm saying, except we can't play boxing. Some people, you do get hurt sometimes. But I'm looking forward to it, man. It's an experience to get off the couch and to get in shape. First of all, to get eating better, because if you don't come in shape, you could have possibility of getting beat up. But it's fun, man. It's fun. You get to meet new people. All your goals are gonna be met. Like, you got to give you experience, because I haven't gotten in there yet, and I can't wait to get in there, man. I'm looking forward to getting in there and doing it. Like, give us the experience of, of actually doing it and then wanting to do it again right after.
Yeah, no, I feel you. And that's the other thing. Like, you get that bug, you know what I'm saying? And it's exciting. Like, I'm not going to lie. I mean, all border wars are different, but usually there's somebody there, with the gym associated, you know what I'm saying? Or we get like a guest or something like that, like there's some sort of stakes on the line where it's like, you got your family there, your girl there, whatever. In this case, it was like Steve Cunningham being there, like it propped that fight up for me. It was like, whoa, this man and his whole family are about to watch this fight. Like, they didn't watch every fight. Steve was, he's working, like that's his gym, he was busy. I mean, he caught, I think, a little bit of every fight, and he caught a lot of some of the fights. But, when that fight was starting, like, my man was there sitting down, like, right, like he was not going anywhere. I was like, oh shit, here we go. You know what I'm saying? And so, but it made it more fun. Like, it made it more enjoyable. And yeah,
especially when you're matching it up with people that's at your skill level, right?
Word. And there's no egos either. No.
No.
That's what you had touched on.
Yeah, that's what it's about. It's about fun. It's about coming out, having fun. It's competing. We're gonna compete in just like you compete in anything. You know what I mean? And then there's no bad blood. We don't want that bad energy. We want all positive energy. We're gonna come out. We're gonna have a good time. You know what I'm saying? And for those who like to fight, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna fight. Hit us up on IG, Facebook, Patreon. Sign up to Patreon. That's the best way to get into Border Wars, man. You don't want to be left out, because listen, Border Wars 9. Like, Mario, I'm telling you, Border Wars 9 is going to be fireworks. From Border Wars 9, everybody's going to want to sign up and see what's going on. And I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, let's get popping with these callers. What's going on, boss?
Ness back?
Yeah, I'm back. According to Michael Coppinger, who was told this morning that Kell Brook is spot on weight as he prepares to make the 147-pound for the first time since 2017. And he's going to weigh in today at 2 p.m.
Eastern.
For the fight. So he's got about 2 hours to be able to rehydrate and replenish.
Mad right now. I'd be so miserable having to wait. Like, that's why I always I
might do a live
weigh-ins in the mornings.
I might do.
We're gonna do a live weigh-in.
You don't want to do a live weigh-in show.
I'll do a live weigh-in.
You don't want to do a live weigh-in show. I want to do a live weigh-in show.
Listen, we're doing a live weigh-in show. What do you guys talk about?
Right now.
Yo,
we're doing a Crawford. Listen, we're doing the Crawford live fight chat, right?
Fish? Is Crawford the big fish, or is it Earl? If he's the big fish, we got to do a live weigh-in. If not, then we don't.
Got to do a live weigh-in.
Well, then we're doing it. Let's go out to what he called himself. Uganda? What he drinking out there?
Woomba.
King Cooper.
When you see old dirty bastard fall in a position like that, then you know that I'm getting ready to bust your Hey, yo, you hear me? What's going on?
What up?
Yo, peace. Listen, man, I just got 3 points, right? Number one, I'm getting excited about this Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor starting to talk greasy to him, so that's gonna be a good fight. Yo, Ness, man, I got two choices I want to make for the Film Study Tuesday. Number one, let's get Emmanuel Augustus versus Floyd Mayweather. And number two, let's get Oscar De La Hoya versus Felix Trinidad. Because, them fights was controversial. You know what I mean? Like I said, yeah, man, yo, I'm all up for this live
live weigh-in thing, man. I know you're gonna do the live fight chat tomorrow, right? You're gonna get it popping on.
Hell yeah.
Cut it.
And
Cut it.
yeah, you gotta
Getting
drop
it
that
poppin'.
in the film study topic and recommendations. But I don't think that there was any controversy in that Floyd fight. That was, he landed a shot on Floyd. That's the thing. Floyd was so good that if you land the shot, people made a big
Yeah,
deal.
hell yeah. It would be like if we play one-on-one basketball and everybody see our height differential, and then like I break your ankle and hit like a 3. Everybody's like, whoa! And then the score is 21-3. It's like, oh, Mario did dope. And it's like, I mean, I hit that one shot, but yeah, I know.
Yes, sir. We going out to Lids Low in Decatur, Georgia. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up?
Get your ass in the ring and
Ain't no hard
swing, man.
buttons. Boxing motherfucker like this.
BoxingWords.com.
Hey, Daddy. Boxing thinking man's game. This a dollar beat. Skill. Up here. You gotta get out and think of motherfucker. That's what
BoxingWords.com.
What up, yo? Why it sound like you underwater?
Oh, damn, I don't know. That's a good question.
That's that Bluetooth.
How about now?
Perfect.
Cool, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Body, Jet Soul, DBIC, Chat, Back Call, everybody. Y'all just tune in tomorrow, man. Watch Bud dissect your boy Kell Brook. You know what I'm saying? I'm still saying 6-7 rounds. He gonna get him up out of there, and it ain't gonna be of his orbital. We gonna tear that body up and drop his ass body. Shout out to everybody and their thoughts and what you feel. But Francis, you killed everything today, bro, by simply saying we know it ain't Bud, it's the promoter. So I appreciate you, my guy, for at least saying that. Shout out to everybody, and I'm out there, man. Y'all stay up. Let's get ready for this Bud fight.
Word. Shout out Lids Low.
We gonna get ready for this weigh-in first. Yeah, Mario, I was putting in this new caller. What's that?
Cool.
Phoenix. Talk to us. Mario's gonna save your name, hopefully. Who's this? Phoenix. 480. Yeah, we here, brother. What's your name?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, hey, I just want to say,
what is your name?
I guess I'm a bud tender. I'm a bud tender, I guess.
What is your name?
My name is Scott.
Scott. All right, Scott. What
Scott
you
in
got?
Phoenix?
Scott in Phoenix, that's me.
Let's go.
And I want to say, I'm a Bud fan. I would say that. I highly support Bud. The only boxer I ever said I can feel I supported as much as Bud was Evander Holyfield. When Holyfield came to the heavyweight game, they call him a blowed up heavyweight. But Holyfield always proved them wrong. He always won. And Bud coming to the welterweight, they pretty much saying the same thing about him. Brooks saying he's too skinny, he's too small. Jeff Horn said the same thing. Bud took care of Jeff Horn. Bud is going to keep winning. I guarantee you that he's going to keep winning. And when he gets the Earl Spence, and I know that's going to be a big test for him. But then I guess that'll be the final word right there. But I've never seen a fighter so underrated as Bud Crawford is with all he has accomplished. So, but anyway, that's all I gotta say. You guys have a good day.
Hey, thank you, Scott. We got you locked in. So next time you call, we will, we'll have you properly introduced.
Address you correctly. We're going out to Majimbe in New Jersey on them hookah ones.
Yo, what's good, everybody?
What up?
All right, so I have been jumping back and forth into the show and doing some stuff for work. So I'm just going to say that it's not all Crawford's fault, but it's partially Crawford's fault. I mean, the blame should be put on Bob Arum in Top Rank, but he had the opportunity to leave that. And when they say that he doesn't need to do anything else, his legacy is solidified with who? Who did he solidify his legacy with? What great fighter did he fight? What is that legacy-changing fight for Bud? There is none. There is none. And it's unfortunate that one of the greatest talents in our generation is having to go through this. This is ridiculous. Bob Arum should have his promoter's license revoked. That's ridiculous. He's old.
Cut it. And you know what? Cut it. It's not even arguable anymore after this article dropped because the lawyer puts that in and he says they've been unable to get him the big money breakthrough. They ain't even.
That's the frustrating part, man.
Listen. But listen to the words. They're not even asking for the big fight. They're asking for the breakthrough one, the one that sets him up for the next one.
Exactly.
But you guys prop up his opponents and say they're so great. Meanwhile, his own team is telling the promoter, you ain't even getting us the Bridger weight fight that gets us to the next fight. You see what I'm saying? But it's all right, though. I love it, man. I love being on this side.
Yep. That's how they they got to paint it like that. There's no other way. You know what I mean? Wow. There's no other way because Crawford's under assault. He's under assault, and he doesn't need to be. The promoters need to be under assault, and now we can see that. You know what? There's always been a little bit of turmoil. There's always been a little bit of bad blood. You know what I'm saying? Look at Ryan Garcia and Golden. There's always been a little bit of bad blood, except Terence Crawford is a true professional. He decided to keep it in house. Now you're hearing about it. It's trickling out slowly. It's bursting at the seams. You know when you get a hole in the bag, it starts to slowly leak, and then it's gonna just pop. And everything gonna rush out. We just gotta wait for it.
Damn, the rush is in October 21st.
Coach Meyer said he's ready. He's back.
Oh yeah, Is he really? Yeah. Is he really?
Yeah.
We got Ohio Runs Boxing who says, my homie Wood popped up like an old superstar running down the entrance at the Royal Rumble. Laughing out loud emoji and 2 fist up emoji. Shinsi on a super chat comes back and says, top rank in 12 by split decision. Bud with the L. What the hell? Oh, he talking about on his career, like Top Rank beat his career down for 12 rounds, 12 long years. I mean, we need more substance to that, man. You left us guessing too much. We're going out to NO. What up, though?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you a young fella, and he comes from the Magnolia.
Oh. What's happening? How my audio sound?
You good?
Sound good?
Good.
Alright, that was up, man. See, bro, 2021 going down. That's all I gotta say. I'm seeing the writing on the wall. These fights about to get made, bro. We got a lot of people still fighting against it, trying to put that negative energy out there, dog. But I think the big fight about to happen. You know what I mean? We probably had to pay for them, but I ain't tripping. I'm down with it. I just want to see the fight, dog. You hear me? We gonna find out who undisputed is next year. Now, you don't feel that energy? Man, y'all feel that shit, man.
Undisputed energy. Yo, man, Earl said if it don't happen in 2021, he moving up. Canelo out here offering Earl fights, man. Like, you know, Big Fish is in the ocean, man. He can't be waiting for guppies to get set free.
Man, Crawford happened before Canelo, man. We not worrying about the Canelo right now. That's down the line. That's the future.
I don't know, man. I don't know. When you want to make the multi. Listen, Kovalev made $14 million, bro. Let's just stop there. We just read the whole article that said Crawford was getting 6.5 to fight Pacquiao, and then he was asking for 9.5. That ain't nothing like $14 million. $14 million was the B-sides check. Canelo is the check, man. If Earl gets offered the Canelo fight, he got to go. He got to go. I'm sorry. I got to go.
Yes, you're not seeing the interview. Earl already said he's not going to step on Jamal toes like for that fight. He already put that out.
Bruh, let me tell you
he got to take care of things at 140.
That's because the fight ain't been offered on paper. When they send that offer, when they send that contract,
man,
when they send that big money.
Tell you what the man said.
Dog, listen,
no,
Jamel and Jamal can't put 100,000 in Dallas at Jerry Jones like Canelo and Earl will. It ain't, man. First of all,
man,
the Mexicans gonna come out 10 times. They're gonna come out 10 times. Why? Because Earl already beat Mikey there. So now they like, oh yeah, Canelo gonna pay him back. Plus, we gonna just come out because it's a fantastic fight. 100,000 in the arena and pay-per-view, man. Biggest fight Earl ever gonna make. Remember, I've been saying it now for like 2-3 years.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard it, but look, Ness. So you telling me he get offered that fight? He not calling Marlon Mel. Look, check this out. They sent me the offer, dog. What's up? What y'all? So there ain't gonna be no call. It's just on.
No, he gonna
jumping
call.
out. I'm out.
He gonna listen. Come on, Anno. We ain't trying to paint Earl to be out a bad guy. He gonna call Mel and Jamal on three-way and be like, "Yo, y'all next." You know what I'm saying? But they offered me life-changing money. This generational wealth. Kovalev, according to back call, is old and washed up, and he got 14 mil. Come on, y'all. And he can't sell nothing. Where was Kovalev gonna do 100,000 tickets at? Where? What arena with Canelo? But now Earl and Canelo, no, I've been saying it for 2-3 years now, and nobody argued it yet. Like 100, that nigga, you crazy? That's a lot, man. You crazy, man. Man, you crazy? Nobody, because they understand that Earl did 48,000 with a lightweight, and then Canelo did 50-something thousand with a dude from England that you knew he was gonna beat. So them dudes together, come on, man. That's 10 Crawford fights. He would have to fight Crawford 3-4 times to make what he gonna make in a Canelo fight, man. And he got to keep waiting and sucking himself down to make the weight where he could go up the Canelo weight. And come on, man. 14,000 is what Kovalev, man. Come on, y'all. Stop, man. Stop. Let it go. Let it go, man. 14. I said 1,000 by mistake because y'all got me all excited.
Yeah.
14 million is what he made. Chill, y'all. Chill. Yo, I mean, I'm going to go to you on the boomerang because I feel like you about to get locked out on that blog talk any second now.
Yo, so this is what I'm saying. Like, Bud Crawford at this point in his career, like, let's just say, like, boom. You said it's a Forbes article that's saying that he got issues with his promoter. Like, yo,
Athletic.
You Athletic, from Athletic, okay. I think sometimes, like, yo, you can't have it both ways. Like, suppose he do have them issues and he had it like that and he wasn't trying to put it out there. Like, you know, some people don't want to do business in the media. You know, some people do. Like Canelo, I think even Canelo, look, it came to a last resort. Even if we felt like he had issues with Oscar, it came to the last resort of a legal issue. So, you know what I'm saying? We sitting there watching the whole time saying Canelo could do better business. He could pick better fighters. He could do this for his legacy. I'm saying that Terence Crawford has to be allowed that same flexibility in his career to say maybe at a point he's going to approach it differently. Every interview, he don't have to say or acknowledge that it might be some discrepancies on how he handled his business versus the other guys. But people are going to ask him. And I see that's why, you know, most people, that's why they have the issue. His response to it is maybe not.
Cut it.
Steve in Chicago.
What happened to Coach Myers? Not going back to Coach Myers?
I mean, it ain't boomerang time.
Oh, okay.
But I go to him because I just feel like I know everybody know Blog Talk drops off, you know, but Coach Myers, what's up? You coming in hot? You got something like you need to get off your chest? He ain't even there, man.
Coach.
Yo, he living in your head, Frankie. He living in your head, man.
Living in your head.
How you gonna say Coach Myers? Man?
Yo.
There we go.
That's J Mac.
No, that's
nah,
J
he
Mac.
said
That's the wrong coach.
No, he said I can. Okay. I was saying he said he was gonna give me his boomerang.
Oh, how gracious!
He said he been waiting to talk.
What?
I thought.
Well, I don't know. I let him speak up. He told me he was gonna give me his boomerang, but
I believe you. I'm just like, why is he saying that in the chat?
Take it, clock ticking, man. Take it. You.
Okay. You gonna start my time again?
Yeah, start him over.
His time been started the minute he say, "Yo,
man." Nah, man. What are you doing?
I just started.
All right. What I was saying earlier was I was lost service for a great span of the show after my call when you missed my counterpunch. So when you came back, I didn't hear much of what you came back on. So I hopped back on with the same energy of my last call as soon as I got service. See, that's what's going on my end. Okay.
like I said earlier, my logic with the 10 million is you said Bud said there's a pandemic going on. Bud's gonna get his money. He's the A side. He's the champion. Remember, guys, Keith Thurman and Brook are not champions. Names don't always mean everything when it comes down to negotiations. So Bud gonna get his little cut or whatever it is, and Kell Brook was willing to accept whatever he got. Keith Thurman came in and just dropped a big number. That when you're in negotiations and you thinking of the mindset of a promoter and what you really gonna make, 10 million can actually just run you off without even like, is that fucking, he serious?
I mean, it could run you off if you ain't about that business. You know what I'm saying? But if you about business, you gonna find a way to make it work, man. You gonna find a way to make it work, man. And his lawyer is saying they haven't been able to get him a big money or breakthrough fight. He ain't even asked for the big fight, man. He need a breakthrough. He need the breakthrough, man.
Yep.
He need the breakthrough. He just want that fight that's going to put him on the map. That's what breakthrough mean in this context, guys. He just want that fight that's going to put him out there. And they ain't get it for him. Like, y'all got to stop, man. I'm already done. I don't need to say any names no more. It's there. His team is talking, man. Kenny and McIntyre talking. It's all in this article. I know you got to pay for it to read it, but go ahead. It's worth the pay. It's worth the dough, man. I love the dough more than you know. Hey, Crawford gotta let it show. He love the dough. Yeah. You know, for real, it's time to get in there and make some fights for my man. It's sad that
very
it came to
passionate today. You passionate enough to do a Heffron Bentley live fight chat? I don't know.
We missed that fight because we didn't even.
I can't even afford a Bentley, man. I can't even afford a Bentley.
He trolling.
What is?
Be-
Let me go
Heffron
to
Benz and Bentley.
Let
Go
me
ahead.
go to Stick Talk Boxing. Stick Talk, what up? Yo. You never talk. Yo, my dog's in there tearing it up. Stick Talk, what up?
What up, man? Why are you a Bud hater so much, man? I just want to know, what did Bud do to you?
Interview me, man. Interview me. Why am I a hater?
All
Go
right.
ahead. Why am I a hater, man?
What did Bud do to you, brother?
Nothing. Next question. Any other question?
Why are you going for Mario for trying to show some sensibility in the whole situation?
Explain how Mario was showing sensibility, please.
Explain how Mario shows sensibility. Mario shows sensibility by basically letting you know that it's not Bud, it's promoter, and you going on saying, no, it's Bud. Now you switching back to no. We always say something about Mario not standing on firm ground, but you back and forth with the shit and then keeping the hate with it.
So
like, I don't get that.
So let me ask you something. So let me ask you something. If Bud is blaming his promoter right now in this article via his lawyer, right, and his managers, McIntyre and Kenny, if he's blaming them now, right, isn't it his fault because he's the one that re-signed, right? Because when he was already there, he wasn't getting.
When did he?
Chet. Wow.
When did he resign?
Wow. So you don't know that he resigned?
I said when. Tell me exactly when did he resign?
I don't know, like a year ago or something like that, right? Maybe a little bit more, give or take. Yeah. Well, you forgot?
Okay, and what was the fight deal for?
What you mean? Who cares what it was
what
for?
What was the deal?
Listen.
All right.
Listen. I gave you more than enough time. So this is what I'm trying to say.
Cut it.
Right?
Cut it.
We can't blame the promoter 2 times is what I'm saying. Right? So when he signed with Top Rank, and that's okay. He was with Cameron Duncan. He wasn't, you know, an Olympic standout or anything. So he signed with Top Rank. That's fine. You know, he became a world champ and all that. That contract expired. It was time to re-up. He could have decided right there, let me go somewhere else that could get me the big fights because I've been with you for this long and haven't gotten a big fight. But They told him, Nah. Let us try. We gonna try and get you the big fight. Plus, here goes this extra money for guarantee. And he believed in them again. That is where we have to be like, that's your fault. And because he knows it's his fault, now this article on The Athletic came out where they expressing the Top Rank never got them a big money fight or a breakthrough fight. So, again, we can't blame the promoter twice.
No.
The saying is, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. So, I don't know, but you want to bend the rules for Crawford. I get it. It's all good. You want to call me a hater. Like I said, tell me how I'm hating. Where is the hate? We talking business? We talking boxing? I think I'm being sensible. You know? You saying, the ones that are not being sensible are the people that are saying, Terence Thurman wants 10 million. Ha ha. Like, you're not sensible.
Sensible, yeah.
You know what I mean? But okay. Stonebone Boxing, what up?
What up? Can you hear me?
Perfectly.
Oh yeah, that's a good article, man. But I want to tell you though that what you just said kind of contradict itself. When Bud was in that first position, when after he left Cameron Duncan, he was at 140, and they fulfilled a great obligation to him by him re-signing at 140 that helped him become undisputed. Where he extended was after he beat Jeff Horn before he fought Benavidez. And that's where he was hoping that he would have got the Pacquiao fight. That's why he extended to try to get that opportunity. Pacquiao left. He had already left, but Pacquiao was doing basically like one fight deal, negotiating with Dazn, negotiating with PBC. He was out there just looking for the biggest payday. So I'm not in those situations where I'm saying, oh, you was dumb, because Canelo had been beefing with Golden Boy before the DAZN deal. But Canelo didn't say, oh, since I'm beefing with Golden Boy, we're not going to do the DAZN deal. He went ahead with the DAZN deal because it was...
Cut it. He did go ahead with the DAZN deal, you know? Like many people, they try to make it work, but I think that the disconnect with you is that you are using Canelo in your metaphor where you can't. Bud is nowhere near Canelo. Canelo could be riffing with his promoter and still in control. Canelo is so in control that your promoter for Bud is on an interview with us and says, what Canelo wants, you give it to him. If I had Canelo, I would give him whatever he wants. So it's totally different. It's totally different. And remember, you guys have just been given very devastating information. So I understand that it's hard for you guys to compute it and be able to defend all at the same time when there's so many emotions running through you. Bomac and Kenny literally said in the article that they were upset that they didn't get any promotion, unlike Vasil. So the fans have been saying that Vasil gets promoted more than Crawford. And then
everybody, even Floyd, was saying the same thing.
Then the fans were saying that Tyson got promoted more than Crawford, and that showed. And Tyson Fury got the big fight, not once but twice. And he got promoted like that. I mean, they brought him out in a chariot. He was a king. You know, Top Rank gave him Las Vegas fights. You know.
They promoted the Wally and the Shorts fight pretty good too.
Remember his little outfit? Yeah. Coming to America. Like,
don't you think so? Don't you think that the Shorts and Wally fight was promoted pretty good too?
Oh, I mean, promoted to sell him. Yeah. Did they do well in terms of numbers? No, but they were promoted to sell him to the American public without a doubt. And the article's hard for them to digest. Look, it says that, you know, his own manager saying, like, you said you was going to promote us for the Vasil fight or on the Vasil, and we didn't get that. You know, you said you were going to give us a big fight, and you didn't give us that. You said you were going to give us a breakthrough, and you didn't give us that. So I get it. It's a little hard. But you could call me a hater all you want. The facts are facts. You know, I just been saying what this article says for many, many years. You know, so now he said something about, he re-signed after Benavidez, before Benavidez. That's semantics. It doesn't matter when. What matters is that even at 140, his run ain't better than Danny's. It ain't. And that's when he should have never re-signed, because he got to be undisputed, and that's cool, and I get it. Not many people do it. But it's a problem when people don't know who you fought. It's a problem. It's a problem when they're using the words Andre Ward, who is a Super Six participant, winner, a Super Six participant, the winner of the Super Six, a dude that unified multiple divisions. When he's got to say Ndango was hyped.
Yep.
like, just stop it, child. Just stop it. It's like I feel like I'm the only one awake in this big ass fucking charade that's going on. Like, stop it, man. Stop
that's what's said about it. You see, I hate when you gotta give fighters the credit for jumping in the ring and fighting who they gotta fight. If you got the belt, I gotta fight you, and I'm gonna beat you to get the belt. It's a champion, but. You know what I mean? If the other fighter's not doing what they have to do, like an Ndango, to get themselves known to the American public or to whatever medium he needs to in order to sell himself to make the most money, it's not the problem for Terence Crawford. But at the same time, Terence Crawford can't be mad when people said you beat an Ndango for your belt. You know what I'm saying? To become undisputed, because that's just a fact. If you look at who Amir Khan to Ndango for Danny Garcia, you can't compare at that time. You know what I'm saying? Their 140 record. Am I not correct, Ness?
Dog, listen. You know why?
As just one name.
No, but you know why it can't be compared, and this is going to hurt them? Because Crawford's never been an underdog. Danny was a 7-1 when he beat Khan. Danny was an underdog when he beat Matisse. Danny was facing the top of the division. Okay, their argument is Crawford's the top. Cool. Well, then at least fight someone that we know, like Danny did. He fought Peterson. He fought Lucas. He fought Amir. He fought Kendall Hope. Like, I don't get it. So did Khan. Khan fought Maidana. Khan fought Devin. When they had better 140 runs, man. No, you wanna lie because that's your guy? Cool. But Khan beating Devin Alexander, who only had one loss to Bradley, and beating Marcos Maidana in his prime, who was coming off of knocking down Victor Ortiz 3 times when he was a fucking nut monster. He gave Victor Ortiz the mental breakdown in the ring. Okay? So Khan beat him at 140. Khan's run is better than fucking Ndango. What would Khan at 140 back then do to Ndango?
But
the same thing he did to McCloskey.
You can't blame Terence Crawford for Ndango having the title, and that was his path to undisputed. So you got to give him that as well, too. You know what I mean?
No, but we're not. What we're saying is, once you've seen the path they gave you,
you got to change it up.
It's time to move on. They gave you the clout you needed to sell yourself to another network. You're undisputed Terence Crawford now. It ain't the names you wanted. But you're undisputed Terence Crawford now. You can sell yourself. But he chose to stay. I mean, I don't know. I don't know
why. What if you sign with Eddie Hearn? Like, I'm gonna sign with Eddie Hearn.
I don't know why would you sign with Eddie, but I'm sure Eddie, even if he had Crawford, he would try to get it done. Eddie gave Mikey $7 million. Keep that in. Remember this, guys. Remember that this article is so damning. It's so damning and it's hurting their souls so much. Mikey got 7 to fight Vargas. Crawford was getting 6.5 to fight Pat. So again, maybe there's bigger, greener pastures out there. If they giving you got to get 6.5 guaranteed, plus you got to sell pay-per-views to make more than Mikey's getting guaranteed win or lose. So maybe there is better stuff out there for him. He needs to be open to listening to those offers.
Do you know why I say that? Because when you hear other promoters talk about Terence Crawford, they ooze at the mouth in terms of salivate, like, oh, I wish I had a Terence Crawford on my roster, the type of fights that I would get him.
Yeah.
Like, for real. So I feel like him being a free agent, he might get the best offers. He might have thought he was getting paid and he's comfortable at talk rap until he starts to hear the numbers that these guys are throwing out.
You can't be a hater if Floyd ain't a hater and if Eddie ain't a hater. We all got to be haters then, because Floyd says that Crawford should be bigger, and Eddie says Crawford should be bigger. But it is what it is. Striving for greatness. What up? Greatness in Harlem, you rocking out?
You hear me?
I hear you now.
Oh yeah, man. First things first, man. I definitely want to talk about this basketball talk. We could talk. Definitely. I know y'all talking about that basketball talk for Border Wars 9, but bring that energy to Border Wars 10. Francis, this message is for you. I don't even believe anything you saying about basketball. You already doing the worst in Border Wars. So, but if you still want that smoke, man, come holler at me. I'm the one to talk to about that basketball. And Ness, I hope you got that hammer and you tightened up your hoop in your backyard. It don't look like you practice in a minute, my guy. But despite all the funny games, yo, man, good show today, man. Hopefully, Crawford still comes out with that W, and we can continue on.
Hey, yo, Ness, listen. Let me tell you right now. Smoke him out. Jay wants smoke with you in basketball.
Oh, yeah?
Shandu said he gonna dunk on somebody. Yo,
Shandu
these boys
ain't
in the
even
Border
coming
Wars
to
chats
Dallas.
is talking mad smack. Keem said he can ball, but Smoke him out. Jay said he want to play you 1v1.
Nah, one-on-one don't mean nothing in basketball.
No, but he gonna play fives, but he want he don't say he
One-on-one
want that smoke.
sports is boxing, but basketball's a team sport without a doubt. So, But let me see, we got Boomerang. Who is Boomeranging in here? My Gene Bet, what up? My Gene Bet?
I'm good, Ness. I'll talk to y'all on the next one.
All right. And that means Stone Bone. You're up.
Damn, Ness, even you don't even war Mayimbe out. He usually want to jump in and agree with you, but he like, well, damn, Ness, you don't even wore him out today. You and your whipping boy or your agreeing boy. They call him Francesco. What's his name? Francis. What's your whole name, Francis? What is it?
Stonebone.
What's your whole name, man? They be disrespecting you,
man.
Francis. Okay,
yeah, I got my opinion. That's always been my opinion, though.
I didn't know if it was Francisco or what it was, man. I was like, I don't know, man. But he said Jamaican, so we're going to call him. Frankie is a good thing if you Jamaican. I mean, I don't think they understand that they're not disrespecting you, man. They're just putting a little swag on it. So don't worry about it, man. We just here to talk crap to you, man. That's what we do. But, hey, Ness, like I said, Canelo get what he wants. Even with Golden Boy, he reached a point to where he separated. He stayed with... That article said he hadn't talked to Oscar in like 3 years. He only been with Dazn for 2 years. So a whole year before that, he wasn't even talking to him. So all I'm saying is you reach a point. I'm not saying nothing in that article is not true. We talk about all of that on the back call. You tell us that every day. What I'm telling you is, it don't matter. No, Top Rank didn't make Ndongo knock out Troy Anoski. Top Rank didn't make Victor Postol become the champion when Danny vacated it. Bud fought the people who was in front of him. They facilitated that. You don't just say, nah, I want undisputed because Ndongo got the belt. Let me just go ahead and fight some guy with a big name that already lost. It just...
Cut it. And FYI, I gave you 39 extra seconds because I want a challenge, but it's like, you're not saying nothing. You still painting the same sob story every bartender paints. Oh, it's not his fault. He just fought the guys in front of him. Dog, we get that. That's why we saying it's his fault he resigned. Like, stop making excuses.
Plain and simple. He didn't have to resign to get the same recipe and the same diet.
No. You know what's there? Counter to that? Well, Ness, he thought he was getting Pacquiao. Oh my fucking God. Doesn't Floyd pick his fights? Doesn't Pacquiao pick his fights? Doesn't Canelo pick his fights? Stop making excuses. I'm mad that he won't come on the show. No, he won't come on because ain't nobody gonna lie to his ass the way y'all fucking lying to him, man. Y'all a bunch of liars, man. Y'all lying to him. Lying.
That's what I want somebody to come on here and say. So I just want somebody to come on here and say, yo, tell me something right now. Do you agree or you disagree that it's Bud's fault for re-signing knowing that he wasn't going to get the fight the big fights the second time.
Man, after Undisputed, he should have known. He seen who the fuck he Undisputed with. He talk about how competitive he is. So then you gonna tell me that it don't matter who you beat? It just matters the trinkets that they give you when you beat him? Stop it, man. Y'all making lies for this dude. Y'all talk about Wilder got yes men, man. Who the fuck is in these camps, man? Because let's be real. That was the best analogy I made. How you competitive, but it don't matter who you fight? Just what you get for fighting them? Stop lying. You think fucking Jordan didn't want to face fucking Larry Bird? Yeah, I'm showing my age. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they want to do. Fucking LeBron want to play against fucking Wade and then play with him. Y'all talking about, no, it just mattered that he got rings? Shut your ass up, man. This is why we can't talk boxing, man. Bunch of fake boxing fans, man.
Hey. That's why Andrew Ruiz went with Eddie Reynoso, because Canelo over there winning championships, man.
Yo, like I give a fuck that you unified and undisputed when Danny beat the monster. He beat the dude they said he couldn't beat. Who the fuck you beat that they said that you couldn't beat yet? Man, get out of here, man. Bunch of lying-ass fans, man. Where's Steve at, man? You want to come back? Let's go.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Perfectly.
All right, good morning.
Buenos dias.
Yeah.
Afternoon for me. It's about to be 1 o'clock. We gave y'all 6 hours of your day and shit. Damn.
Yeah, almost noon. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, it's lunchtime. Hey, real quick, Mario was talking about this Heffron. I'd like to know, I've noticed ever since Top Rank hooked up with MTK, they're showing their fights, and they dropped Frank Warren. So I don't know what's up with that. We need to dig into that and see what they're not showing Frank Warren cards in America anymore on ESPN Plus, but they're showing those MTK Global cards. But anyways, you know, with me, with Bud, you know, I think it don't matter to me who he goes to. What, you know, there's too much politics. I think we can all agree. We just want to see some good fights. We want to see him. You know, he's pound for pound. All the journalists have him up there on top. You know, top 3, top 4, whatever.
Cut it.
Yo, Trey, you trash, man. You trash, man. Cause you after I debunked Mario with that dumbass narrative, you still saying the same dumb shit in the chat, man. I'm about to time your ass out.
You didn't debunk shit.
All right, I'm about to time your ass out. So I can't talk under 126. So does that mean I can't talk 122? Is it 122 that I can't talk about?
Super chat.
Is it 122 or is it 118? Which one of those? Or is it 115? Because who don't I know, man? Like, what is y'all talking about? Y'all mad that the dudes that are at the top, or that those divisions are top heavy? Those divisions are top heavy. So the other dudes don't matter? Is that what it is? Like,
Super chat.
I don't get it. So
boxing expert King Nello Cherry is a world champion. Let that sink in. Also,
King Nello Cherry is a world champ. Yeah.
Also, Cincy, it's Bud's fans' fault. They only bought 150K of the pay-per-view. His own fans not providing the bread to make the big fights happen.
No, that's bullshit. It's the promoters not giving them the fights that would lead to bigger pay-per-view buys.
Right behind this TikTok boxing. Ness, you just said the only hay you have for Bud is the fact that he resigned, and crap on him about everything but resigning. You big mad.
Big mad.
Crap on him about everything. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. I just tell the truth about his resume. You know, unlike y'all, like he literally told Brian Custer, like, how many world champions he beat? How many I beat? And he goes through the list of his world champs as they're on the same level. And then he had the nerve to put Beltran as a world champ. Man, I can't.
Yeah, after the fact. You got AZ coming back with a super chat. I coined the term Echo Reek How do you say that, Mario?
Echo Rique.
Yeah,
Echo
Echo
Rico.
Rique. Yeah, he
No,
used to
Echo
call
Rique.
Echo
Echo
Rique.
Rique.
Echo Rique.
He's number 2. Whoa, where'd that go? Whoa.
He's number 2. Fran, yes.
Yes.
Franz, yes.
And then Sam in the UK.
No. You guys
Just
are
showing love.
Give me this. I
Go ahead,
coined the term Echo Rique. Here's number 2. Franz, yes.
Oh, okay, I get it. Oh, so okay. So Echo Rique, because he said
Call you old
Enrique
background.
always echoes, and now he's saying Franz, yes, which
means
I'm not gonna lie, Franz, yes is kind of dope.
Oh yeah,
my man, clever.
Yo,
clever. I mean,
how about you be clever and change your background to the current of the current?
Bro, why does it keep doing that?
Whatever. Delete that image.
Oh, are you serious? Now they're not even on here.
Let me read this. King Nello fighting world champions. I guess La Gata has to roam around the trash cans. Laugh out loud. Bud tenders have to defend their turf. Mm-hmm. Did we get to that Alexander Wilson one?
Nope.
I didn't see. I never heard of Alexander Wilson. Listen, there was like a few.
I didn't understand this one, man. I'm reading it and reading. I don't.
Go ahead.
King Nello Cherry is
we
world.
got that one.
We read that one, yeah.
I know, but I didn't get it.
Oh, read it again.
Nello Cherry is a world
I
champ.
get it.
Let that sink in. I don't get it.
Dog.
Explain it.
Dog. All the bud tenders are mad.
You guys don't get it?
You don't get it? Listen to me. All the bud tenders are mad that Canelo is facing Callum. They're calling him a cherry. But Callum is the number 1 super middleweight with the WBA. He's a champ. He said, let that sink in. Like, what Canelo fights as a cherry.
Oh, King Nello's cherry is a world champ.
Yes.
Let that sink in.
Yes.
Okay, I thought he was calling King Nello
man, that
a
one
cherry.
went up. Whoa, thank you for getting to the party, guys. Thank you.
Meanwhile, Crawford.
That was like...
Meanwhile, Crawford's cherry.
To pull you back. Pull it back.
Let me fucking say this so they can say I'm hating on Bud. Meanwhile, Crawford's cherry is a dude that's been out since 2017 in that welterweight division. Let that sink in. But they call Canelo the catchweight king. Who's really the catchweight king? Huh? Think about that. Damn, my man ain't been at welterweight since 2017. Let's see what else we missed here. Sam in the UK just sending some love, or you deleted your message. Ouch. And it looks like we got to everybody. So, Stone Bone was the last boomerang. Let me see. Majid, what up? Orlando. And that's a no. No Majid. No Majid. All right. Next GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Oh, there he goes. What up, champ?
Yeah, not much. I just was confused today. I don't even know what the topic is, of course. I just jumped in. But I don't understand what's this back chat stuff going on, this back room or whatever you call it, with everybody agreeing with each other. I just want to say I got my own mind, and I don't know, man. I don't feel crazy hearing that shit, because I'm like, all of us got like our own little opinions and everything, and I'm like, I think we should be called out individually instead of as a group, because we all different, and everybody don't agree. But shit, that's all I got.
I agree with you, man. That's my
Spoken
fault.
like a true man.
I do that a lot. I generalize a lot, So I hear you want to be singled out, because I hear you. You're not a bud tender, and you want that to be known. Like, don't bump me in there. I feel you. My bad. But next GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Catch us on the next one, and I'll try not to do that. But we will be back like in an hour and 10 minutes. What time did the weigh-in start? Probably a little bit later.
You said 2 Eastern.
Yeah, probably a little bit later, just because we don't need to do the undercards like that. We just need to do it for the main event.
We can do the first 3.
I feel you. I'll be watching anyway, so it don't matter to me. But listen, at Martin McGee on Twitter, at Martin McGee on Instagram. Yo, shout out to the producer who just let me know or reminded me that the Brooke Crawford fight got officially signed after Teofimo and Lomachenko. So yeah, I'm an idiot. I didn't even realize that because I was talking to somebody on Twitter about that, and I was saying, "Yo, that was messed up." But yeah, he right about that. But shout out to the producer. Peace.
Yeah, NEXUP Sports Talk. NEXUP Sports Talk. Next up, Sports Talk. Thank you very much for loading Savior for another one, being here with y'all. I appreciate y'all. Good, bad, or indifferent. Y'all are the best TVV for life. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and smash that subscribe button, thumbs up button on the way out. Yeah, this is Next up Sports Talk. I'm out.
Yo, I told y'all Keem gonna ask Mario for the rematch. The brother of Keem's trainer, right? So Keem's trainer's brother reached out to Mario and said,
you put it in the
and said, I saw the fight between you and my brother's fighter, Keem. You definitely knocked him down. You have to work on your cardio, brother. So I told you, man, the world is the speaking. The comments are there. The fight is free. The fight is free. You can
Look at Mario's face.
and we don't want the rematch.
Yo, cause
We
listen,
want you to ask for the rematch. We don't want the rematch
because he didn't even move up gear and let's see in the different angle. He was putting combinations together.
No, we don't want the rematch because we got stuff to work on. Obviously, but obviously, let's say the truth.
But you got heart though.
Obviously, let's say the truth though. Keem got to work on not getting hit with that fucking right hook.
Or the left one.
So we both going our separate ways. But like I said, Keem gonna ask for the rematch because he gonna get tired.
Run, Mario, run!
He gonna get tired of hearing it. He gonna get tired. Listen, it's out there. He gonna get they reading.
Run.
Yo, don't make me bring back what's the name of it? Common Creeping Thursdays, bro. We'll do an episode just on the comments, man. We used to do that, man.
Let's do it. I'm with it. Let's do it.
Common Creeping Thursdays.
Oh, I love
man.
that show.
Common Creeping Thursdays. We used to do that. Don't make me do that.
Tuesdays. Common Creeping Tuesdays.
No, it was Thursday. Definitely Thursday.
My bad.
I got a whole thing for it and everything. Look, yo, Mario's fight is officially, yo, you could claim CYP status right now, man. That's the thing right now, man. When you do numbers, you claim CYP status, man. You officially are in the thousands already. Like, you're a thousandaire, man. That's you. You're a fucking thousandaire.
What, in views?
Yo, in views, bro. And listen. Whose fight has more comments than that fight? And don't, yo, this is an episode. Thursday, Common Creeping Thursday is back. It's back, man. It's back. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's there. It's there. That's right. It's Common Creeping Thursday. That's right. Was I saying that? I don't even know.
You were saying Thursday. Yeah, I thought it was Tuesday. But
no, I was Common
Yo,
Creeping
real
Thursday.
quick. Trey in the Bay said, "Give my boomerang to Steve."
Steve, you trying to bring Steve back from the dead? He's dead already with that argument. Steve, you want to keep freaking, you're already in a life raft, but it's inflatable, man. Stop poking holes in it. Nah, he's done. He's done, Trey. He don't want it. Thank you, Steve. We are out. Peace.
Peace.